changed the status of this company? Nobody is answering it. Now, I don't know if most of you have seen it. Where I'm getting it wrong, you can, come in when you pick the mic. I just want to now break down the criminal sophistication here, because it is very, very important for us to understand what played out and what really made Donald Trump administration to seize this tanker. They use fake registration. The ship official owner on paper is listed as Triton Navigation Corp, based in the Marshall Island. You see? But here is the thing that we have to understand. This Triton Navigation has been on U.S. Treasury Department sanction since November 2022. It has been on that list since November 2022. Why was it on the list? Because it had a ties to Hezbollah and Iran Islamic Revolution Guard Corps. Do you now connect with the program we had a few days ago with Iran and Nigeria? That same Iran that Hope Uzor took to Biafran land? That same Iran that renewed their agreement with Nigerian terrorist government in technology, in military aid and all that? Aha! Let us connect the dots. So they use fake registration that ties to those funding Hezbollah. The United States of America they don't just wake up and raise alarm for nothing. They take their time, just like what is happening in terrorist country called Nigeria. They take their time to investigate. So when Nigeria was blah, 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 there is no genocide, blah, 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 you want to tarnish, they told you, chere, chere, chere. We are still carrying out investigation. When we are done cooking the food, we will tell you this is who you are. So they've been studying and now realize that this Triton Navigation Corps was on the list, U.S. Treasury Department sanction list since November 2022, and it has been doing business with Nigeria and Iran. Now, they use illegal this flag hopping. We are not part of it. This theft, we don't have signature to it. You see? And now, they also operated ghost operations. This is where it is playing out. Nigerian Maritime Administration, the agency that is supposed to regulate maritime activities. So those one now came out and claimed that they had no idea about Tomaros, whatever the name is, that they have no idea. They said the company was never registered with them as a shipping company. Are you for real? So when I read that place, I'm like, so a Nigerian company manages a super tanker, but the Nigerian Maritime Regulator does not know about it. How is that possible? And the business has been operating very, very active, but the Corporate Affairs Commission, it shows inactive. Who changed the status? So they have this special movement pattern, which was deeply revealed. So they had to trace the ship movement. That is what I want to do. How did they trace this ship movement? They traced it because this tracing now will tell us the real story. The real story. Between August 2024 and January 2025, this skipper was repeatedly sighted around the island in Iran. And that place is the Iran main oil export terminal between August 2024 to January 2025. The skipper was spotted there. They sighted it there. And then from that January 29 to March 2025, that ship moved to Singapore. Follow me with the train, follow me. And then from March to July 2025, it shuttles between the island, Iran Island, Sri Lanka, and Hong Kong. You know, it is not going straight because it is carrying weapons. That is the thing I want us to get it here. It is carrying weapons and hard drugs, not only oil. You see? Now, as it was being moved, it was tracked by trackers.com. They documented that the skipper now carried 1.8 million barrels of oil from Iran to China in that February 2025. And 1.9 million barrels from Iran to China again in July 2025. So it took oil. You may say that Iran and China that are together, but later you will see why they were concealing all this, for us to understand the impact. So that when anybody come out and tell you US is giving aid to Nigeria, tell the person you are lying. Any country under CPC have no diplomatic ties with the United States of America. They don't have it. They will never have. The ties has been cut off. I am coming. So they took oil from Iran to China in February. They took oil again from that same Iran to China in July 2025. So, and they continue this operation between Iran and Hong Kong. Now, in August to November 2025, the vessel transported crude oil to China from Jose Terminal, that is Venezuela. I hope people have been reading the news between US and Venezuela. What has been happening? We don't need to go there. Now, the last confirmed sighting was now in November 14, 2025 at that Jose Terminal in Venezuela before United States intercepted it. Okay? I don't want to go into question now when we finish so that what is in my brain will not disappear. Now, let us look at now the digital manipulation. How did they hide this thing? Then we will come to the question. So here is where the criminality becomes even more sophisticated. They use AIS spoofing. Nigeria counterparts are criminals. They use what is called AIS spoofing. Spoofing, SPOOFING. Please, you can also check online the meaning of that in case I make a mistake. AIS spoofing means automatic identification system manipulation. You can add the M. You know, so ships, if you are carrying anything, those of us that have worked in shipping company, you can help us explain further. So ships are required by international law to broadcast their location. Listen, my people, they must know your location. But the skipper was broadcasting false location. Are you following what I'm saying? They were giving false location because they use AIS spoofing. They're supposed to tell you, oh, this is my name of the ship. This is where I am going. This is how fast I am moving. You understand? Because this honesty is very important. It will allow other ships, other coast guard or port authorities to see everyone on the map to avoid crashes and stay safe. But these people had to conceal it with this spoofing. So they had to fake fake their identity. I don't know if I'm making sense. So. Are you hearing me?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, then, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, AIS spoofing is when a ship lies on its social media profile using special technology. So, it can send out fake information. You see? It can send out fake information. So, according to Kapla is a maritime intelligence firm. In 2024 alone, the skipper recorded three major AIS spoofing episode in Egypt, Iran, and Mediterranean Sea, Ghana and Nigeria. You see, Nigeria is coming in. Ghana is coming in now. So they use this to extract oil illegally and conceal their location, conceal the name, conceal everything. Dimitris, also, who is a senior risk and compliance manager at Calpa, he told ABC News that falsified positions were broadcast, particularly through extended AIA's spoofing episode. So the skipper now engaged in activities, I'm quoting him, entirely inconsistent with the declared work, including sanctioned loadings in Iran and Venezuela. Do you understand why Iran is coming in and using this AIG, what is it called? Spoofing? Do you now understand? So what are they doing now? This spoofing now allow them to control and take oil from sanctioned areas. Iran has been sanctioned. Iran is on the same page like Nigeria. So what they did, they concealed themselves, went and stole oil from those sanctioned areas, and then sold it to China. That was how US intercepted it. And this same AIS has been used to take oil from Nigeria, pass through Ghana, pass through Mediterranean Sea, pass through Egypt, pass through Iran, and they sell it to their customers. So in November, ship transponder said it was near Guyana. In November, this ship was near Guyana. Remember I told you how they use Guyana's flag. But satellite imagery from multiple independent sources confirmed it was actually 550 miles away from Venezuela. Are you seeing how it is working? That AIG now doesn't allow, they say it was near, it showed it was near Guyana, but in the real sense, it was far from Venezuela, loading oil at Joe's terminal. Are you seeing what is happening? So, this is a vessel that's intentionally engineered to operate outside transparency, using this digital manipulation to mask sanctioned crude oil flows. So wherever there is sanction, they use it to mask themselves, and you will never know what is happening. So US authorities are now investigating to know what happened. Now, beyond the oil theft, you know, Tinubu is a drug lord, and Tinubu is a husband to Macron. When they say, oh, they are importing drugs, they have seized this number of drugs, quantity of drugs, it is a lie, because Tinubu is a signatory to what is happening. This is how drugs get into Nigeria. I saw him in a news saying that they'll begin to do drug tests on Nigerian citizens. I'm like, let them start from Tinubu. Let them start the drug test from Tinubu. Why would he make it compulsory for a citizen when he's the supplier? He is the drug lord. So beyond this oil theft, US authorities are now investigating large consignment of hard drugs illegally being transported. Did you see the network? These same people are the ones funding terrorism. And the only way we will come out of this is for us to fund our freedom and leave this here country. That is the only solution. They are also investigating connection to an international money laundering, because all these go together. Money laundering network backed by Iranian and Islamic financiers. That is how they ship money, and also linked to Hezbollah and Iran Revolutionary Guard and Boko Haram, all of them. So if you connect this back to Nigeria specific, remember, in 2023 and 2024, Nigeria lost 13.5 million barrels of oil, worth 3.3 billion to theft and pipeline sabotage. That is what I read from Nigerian Extraction Industries Transparency Initiative. I read it from there, where Dr. Oji exclaimed, said that they lost revenue. The lost revenue could have funded the entire federal health budget for a year. I told him, you are lying. It has never funded, it will never. Because you are also a partaker of this theft. You are there. So when this news broke out about this skipper station, Nigerians officially, bam, they went into classic mode. You know, this Nigerian Maritime Administration now said, oh, the vessel is not Nigerian flag. Did you see what is happening now? They intentionally put Guyana's flag. Are you following what is happening? He jumped out and said it is not Nigerian's flag. Temaros is not registered with us. Are you seeing the play out now? It's not registered with us. We last saw the ship in Nigerian waters in July 2024. That's after, that is that. It is no more our problem. And now Olaiya, which is the president of the Center for Maritime Survival Nigeria, he now said, if the vessel emanated from Nigeria, that it suggests our port state control is practically non-existent. Of course, it is porous, and you know it. It is porous because that is the only way they bring in drugs. That is the only way they steal our oil, as UN mission have rightly displayed today. They steal our oil. That is the only way they bring in weapons to kill Biafrans. That is the only way they do money laundering, stealing money from Biafra land, stealing money from Nigeria. Of course, the money is coming from Biafra land. All the money that they paid during kidnapping, everything, that is their route. So Nigeria's own maritime and oil industry leaders are saying they had no idea that this vessel existed under Nigerian management. What a lie. A super tanker does not move without clearance. Those of you that are working in shipping company, you know that it doesn't move without protection. It doesn't move without documentation. It doesn't move without powerful people benefiting from it, especially all the network that I've just explained. So this is not all theft against Nigerian state. This is all theft by the Nigerian system. This system that we Biafrans will never be part of it. The system that allows super tanker to move stolen oil across international waters has labeled us peaceful Biafrans as criminals. But they are the ones that are criminals. You see? The same system that failed to arrest all thieves at home haunts people who speak about memory. Who are those people that are still crying about the memory? I started started the space with this, that we have a different memory from those that claim to be Nigerians. Those who steal billions are protected. Those who remember are punishment. We saw El Rufai, who went on television and exposed that the Nigerian government, through the Office of National Security Advisor, is paying bandits, not arresting them. We saw the children that they have released. They have bankrolled their account. Oh, yeah, go and buy more weapons. if our oil is gone, if we don't rise up, the money that they are stealing, the resources that they've taken away from our oil, from our land. Okay. Let me stop there. Let me pass the mic to my co-host, then they know what to do. And they will be our friends.
Yeah, thank you, Tutos. Am I coming out, Tutos?
Yes, please.
Tutos, you are really you don't hit everywhere. If I try to go this way, you will come there. If I come to go this way, now you just you have said a lot. When you were giving the narrative regarding what is happening in Nigeria concerning the crude oil in Nigeria, and when you were making those statements and making those points, I keep making my research, and then everything that you have said here are pure truth and nothing but the truth. But before I go forward, let me read something for our people, because you were saying something about the AI spoofing. And I want to the meaning of this AI spoofing refers to the deliberate manipulation of automatic identification system, which is the AIS, data to receive maritime monitoring systems, vessels, or authorities by broadcasting false information about a vessel's identity. Let me stop there. Now, when you connect all the dots from what tutors have explained here, you will now understand what we as Biafrans are fighting against. And most especially for those of our brothers in the so-called Niger Delta. Now you can be able to see how the oil that you are claiming belongs to you is being siphoned. And in return, what are they using these resources at the end of the day to do? Is to fight against you. Because the agenda was purely stated during the time of Usman Dan Fodio, total Islamization of Nigeria. And that is why today the president or the so-called presidency of Nigeria today can be able to come out and tell a citizen, after selling oil from January to December, they will tell you that they have no money in the treasury. This is where all the money and all the oil that they are selling, this is the way they are being diverted. And in return, when they divert all these resources out to Iran and other nations that have been mentioned by tutors here, they now bring in weapons. They now bring in enough weapons to arm their foot soldiers for their Islamization agenda. And imagine where a vessel is taking out millions of barrels of oil out of that country on a daily basis. Now, check the weight of their Islamization agenda. The weapons, those crude oils, in return, the money can be able to arm these their foot soldiers. Because today, some of us, although I don't want to, but I just need to say it, because of today, some of us, when we give 1 ejema, 2 ejema, 100 ejema, we think that maybe we have given so much. And whenever you listen to gossip, you will start asking, what of the money that we have been contributing? Can you now compare that 100 ejema or 200 ejema that you are giving to millions and millions and millions of barrels of oil that is being shipped out from Nigeria for the purpose of the conquest of Nigeria, to Islamize Nigeria, to Islamize you? And that brings it, whenever our acting prime minister comes out sometimes to say, donate. Some people will say everything our acting prime minister knows to, the only thing he knows is donate. Yes, because we need that money, because what we are fighting against is very gigantic. Our supreme leader have educated us about this particular agenda so much that the Fulani, they have mapped billions of dollars to fight us. With that billions of dollars they mapped out, where is that billions of dollars coming from? They are coming out from this so-called crude oil that some of our brothers in the coastal region, the Niger Deltas, are claiming belongs to them. But at the end of the day, those crude oil are being siphoned to turn around to come and Islamize them at the end of the day. And that is the reason why every one of them in that region needs to wake up now. because they are arming their foot soldiers with your own resources. Imagine in the international market, let's say 1 million barrels of oil. Do you know how much 1 million barrels of oil can generate? Do you know how that amount of money can be able to bring in development in the so-called Niger Delta region? But at the end of the day, this money is being pocketed by few individuals that have a different agenda from what many of you out there have in your mind. That is why our Supreme Leader said, if you don't end Nigeria, Nigeria will end you. It's a good thing that all these reports are coming out now for every one of us to be saying it. You can go and make your research. What two things I've said here, everything that she has said here today is not fallacies. They are pure truth. Well documented, is out there for you to go and make the research and see what the Nigerian terrorist government are using your so-called resources to do. They create fake shell companies. They divert your funds to fight against you. What we are fighting against is very gigantic. And we, the Biafran people, need to wake up now. Otherwise, we will all be consumed by this Islamist extremist from Jalon. The earlier every one of us wake up to see what they are using the resources in our land to do, the earlier for every one of us. Because they are busy preparing, conquering, bribing your so-called political elite, your so-called illegitimate governors. That is why they cannot be able to give account of whatever. Now, when the so-called Buhari was Minister of Petroleum, at the end of the day, he said that Nigeria doesn't have money. But they are selling and shipping us crude oils on daily basis from Nigeria. The so-called drug lord Tinubu have come in again. The other time they said that they lost about 20-something trillion naira from the national treasury. The money did not come into the national treasury. The money went through back doors, through the siphoning of this oil, through share companies and falsified tankers. But at the end of the day, we prepare a ledger for you and tell you this year. But at the end of the day, when you tell them, okay, where is the money? They will tell you they did not see the money. At the end of the day, nobody is saying anything. At the end of the day, nobody is challenging their reports. And it's all for the total Islamization of Nigeria. Tinubu is just a boy there. Tinubu
can anybody still get Totti?
Can't you hear me, please? Am I still coming out? Tutos, can you still hear me, please? Okay, maybe you drop Isi and bring him up again because I want to use my mic now for him to come up. So, Biafrans, now is the time for every one of us to wake up. Now is the time for every one of us to wake up. Now you can see where our Supreme Leader is coming from, that they have mapped out 60 billion to fight against our freedom. And this is how they are getting all those money that they are using to bring in machineries into our land, to fight against the Biafran Defense Forces, to how they are generating all the money they are using to close the mouth of UN and other international interests in that country. This is how they are generating the money, because they cannot use the money that is accountable. They will only use money that is being gotten from back doors to, to push this their agenda. We need to wake up now. That for every one of us. Let me bring Isi up so you can send in the co-host before Isi comes up. Ancestral, are you there? Tutors, please. Can we pass the mic now, or you want to finish?
Yeah. Thank you. No, people will tell me before you pass the mic. There is an update here. Guess what the update is? Anybody that gets, I'll give the person 5 minutes to talk. Hey, wait, Nigeria will not kill me because of time. Let me not waste our time. Hey, do you know the latest news now? Hey, Nigeria officially banned all the U.S. nationals from entering the country.
They are jokers. They are jokers. Small nyash, they say.
Nigeria is banning U.S. nationals from entering their country, their terrorist country. Okay, let's see. I've sent the codes again. Go ahead while you receive the codes, my brother. Nonsense people. Go ahead.
Yeah, please, can anyone? Okay.
Let's see. We can't hear you. Okay, I'll bring you down, then I'll bring you up again. Toti, please go ahead.
Yeah, tutors, the reason why they are running mad is because the United States of America is now blocking all their illicit business, what they are using the money meant for the citizens to do. Yeah, Insi, are you up now? Insi is like you're having a serious network issue with it. Yeah, that is why they are running mad. And if you go through this report of if you dig deep into the treasury sanctioned oil shipping network, you understand of is this let me this if you go through this U.S. Department of Treasury, you understand, you will get more insights regarding what the United States of America, they are trying to checkmate all the terrorist network. How? Because reports have been coming out how they are saying the American government is now surveying the terrorist network, how they are being what is this language? How they are being facilitated, all their network, how they are being facilitated, and that is what America is trying to do now, to breach all those networks, how they get their money, how they do their business, how they facilitate these terrorists in Nigeria, and that is why you see Nigeria now is running mad. Please, every one of us should go to the U.S. Department of the Treasury. You will see all the countries that have been designated that are supporting terrorists, the way they are financing terrorists all over the world, and you will get more facts about it, and you see that is what is happening to Nigeria, and it will not stop until Nigeria goes down, because we need to end Nigeria, or Nigeria will end every one of us. And we are calling into the international community to also pay more interest regarding what is happening in Nigeria, because it's a full-blown terrorist network. What Nigeria is doing, what the Nigerian terrorist government is doing, is a full-blown terrorist act, and they need to be stopped for the sake of humanity. Thank you very much. Insi, you can go now.
You're so right, my brother. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I do hear people talked about attack. I think this is the first time I'm experiencing it. I can't even see myself. I can't see nobody. I can't even hear anything. I think, Toti, I think I only heard the beginning of your submission, and then I didn't hear anything again. But what I took from there, even though I discovered that with the little research I've done, you and Tutor just decided, to like take almost everything as if you guys were doing the same thing with me. But I really, really appreciate all of your submission. But you see, I keep asking myself this question. There was a time London Boy was talking about this oil thief and all of that. You know what? Please check your connection, the host.
Okay, let me refresh and join again.
Yeah, Nsi, are you there? Please, can anyone hear me, please? Can anyone hear Issa McDonald, please?
Tutos, can you hear me?
The topic is too hot for them.
Yeah, no one is speaking. I just had to refresh. Okay, Toti, let me bring you down. I thought you were there. Okay, I'll bring you down now. You know, I told you I want to refresh. Hold on. Nisi, are you there? Okay, well, let me bring them up. I think for Nigeria. We were living peaceful with the Hausa Muslims, no problem. Until these people came from nowhere. And Ottoman admitted them and said, these are brothers. Once they entered into Nigeria, what happened? All the Hausa princes were wiped out. And they established Emirate Council. Today, as I talk to you now, one single Hausa Muslim is an emir. All of them are Fulanis. It has become a right. It has become their modus operandi. Look at how they are spreading. They don't even want us to remember or talk about these things. Why is it that every time there is distraction in for these people? Why? Nobody has come to ask questions. Do you need the whole Nigeria to rear your cattle? Please. Niger State have told you. Niger State is the size of the entire Southwest. They have told you to come. We have enough land for you. We'll give you everything. Build it. Make everything come. They say no. They don't want. Come and say to call them. Come. So that we can give you land if you want to rear your cattle. They say no. What does that tell you? It means that there is something they are looking for. But they will never come out and tell you. They'll be dodging and hiding under cattle or whatever. Why is it that this infection is always coming from them every time? Go and check. We overlook it, and now look at where we are now. Look at how they're blaming everybody for what they are caused. Since they are not even remorse. They are not telling us that they are killing Christians and Muslims. Does anybody die?
Europe Continental Bloc of Biafra Republic Government in Exile calling. You're cordially invited to the end-of-year gathering of the European continent, one of its kind in the history of Biafra freedom movement.
Yes, date is 31st December 2025 night, according to Biafra time, on Zoom online. It will run from 31st December night until the early hours of 1st January 2026.
Featuring special song for Biafra, recitation, poem, talk, and lecture. It's a time to sit on a round table, unwind, and learn from one another. So, if you intend to present any of the above-mentioned varieties, please reach out to the European rep, His Academic Highness, or the Assistant European rep, Mazi Okachukwu Owo. The earlier, the better.
Special invitees, country reps, continental reps, Homeland de facto government rep, Homeland state reps, the Chief of Staff, Mazi Amobi, alias Minister Snow, Head of Homeland Defense, Minister Success, Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Sunny Akbarawa, and our Acting Prime Minister, Mazi Ogachukwu Nkere.
Please keep a date with us. Mark it on your calendar so you don't forget. You're highly invited and welcome in advance. We're looking forward to seeing you. Be there. Europe Continental Bloc of Biafra Republic Government in Exile calling. You're cordially invited to the end-of-year gathering of the European continent, one of its kind in the history of Biafra freedom movement.
Yes, date is 31st December 2025 night, according to Biafra time, on Zoom online. It will run from 31st December night until the early hours of 1st January 2026.
Featuring Special song for Biafra, recitation, poem, talk, and lecture. It's a time to sit on a round table, unwind, and learn from one another. So, if you intend to present any of the above-mentioned varieties, please reach out to the European rep, His Academic Highness, or the Assistant European rep, Mazi Okachukwu Owo. The earlier, the better.
Special invitees, country reps, continental reps, Homeland de facto government rep, Homeland state reps, the Chief of Staff, Mazi Amobi, alias Minister Snow, Head of Homeland Defense, Minister Success, Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Sani Akbarawa, and our Acting Prime Minister, Mazi Ogachukwu Nkere.
Please keep a date with us. Mark it on your calendar so you don't forget. You're highly invited and welcome in advance. We're looking forward to seeing you. Be there.
Yeah, we are still trying to put our house together. My co-host, Lucy, please continue. Let me refresh again because I cannot find Toti.
Can you even hear me at all?
Yeah, we can.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I hear you, but I can't see you. So Lucy, continue. Let me refresh. Maybe I'll see Toti. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm on the speaker section, so that's fine. I'll just.
Are you on the co-host position before I refresh?
No. I'm on a speaker section.
Then I cannot refresh. If not, the space will end.
Okay, can you try it?
I'm on co-host. I'm on co-host. Tutos. I'm on co-host.
I can't see you. Are you sure? So I should refresh?
Yeah, refresh. I'm on co-host.
It's actually on co-host, but you can't. Yeah, you might not see it. I don't know why you can't see him, but he's on co-host. But Toti, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Oh! Thank goodness that this attack. But it's okay. We'll still do what we gotta do. Yeah, like I was saying, if we can all remember when Peter Obi, was talking about oil thieves, those top dogs who does that and stuff like that. So many of us didn't believe this was going on, but for some people or some of us that had an idea, we all knew that what he was saying at that point was very, very important. And Toti, you make a very, very valid point when you were talking about Buhari and the rest of them always coming out to say they don't have anything from all the oil sales and everything. Now you should understand the reason why we don't always, right from the time of Buhari, we don't have NNPC ministers and all of that. All the presidents, they make themselves ministers. During the time of Buhari, he was the minister of petroleum and stuff. And now too, Tinubu is also the minister in there too. So you should understand how this trend is going, so that they can do all of this hanky-panky and all of the stealing behind the scene, and later they will come out and tell you that nothing is really, really happening. So I want to thank you for taking us through this sheep thing, but I want to let you know that this is just one out of so many. Just as I can see another note about reconnection issues, please take a look at that so it doesn't go down again. If this is just one out of so many, do you guys now know how many vessels leave Biafra lands with oil, stolen oil that we have no idea about? And for Iran to be involved, you guys know what that means. All these terrorist countries, they will never want Biafra land to be settled. They take all of this out, sort it out. In return, they bring back weapons to Biafra lands to kill us all. I think it is time we just all stand up and then stop this thing. And the only way we can do that, like I said earlier, my co-hosts and hosts have already said everything about this, but I just want to encourage us to try our best possible to stop this. Because if we don't do that, like my mother would say, of blessed memory, we're done for. They will never allow Biafra land to settle. That's why they'll take all of that out, sell it, and in return they bring back what? Weapons to buy Biafrans. So please, let's do the best we can. Let's fund our freedom. Let's make it happen together. If not, I don't don't know the word to use to qualify what will happen to us if we don't stand now to do it. So please, I don't have much to say about this because my co-hosts and hosts have said almost everything that we need to know about it. But I'm just here to encourage every one of us that we can do it. We can make it happen. All we just need to do, support the BRGIE with our AJ and Ejima, so we can do this once and for all. If you remember when our Supreme Leader said something, that these people have set aside so much money to fight this. I remember vividly then he said they have over $20 billion set aside just to make sure that they fight this to the end. But I want to tell you who can stop them. Our little contribution can stop them. All I'm sticking on is funding. Let's support BRGIE. Let's make it happen. And thank you so very much, guys, for listening. I'll come back up again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You see, I've sent the co-host again. Don't mind these people. They cannot stop us. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. Thank you for your submission, my two handsome co-hosts. OB Chicago, there is no sound again. I've just messaged you. You want to say something before we continue, OB?
There's no sound.
Yeah, there's no sound, and it has shut down. I've messaged you in your inbox.
Yes, I'm testing it. That's why sometimes I want to test that side. Hold on. Really? Oh, Lord. Let me see. Hi. Oh.
No, sound is coming out from my own end, though. The sound is coming out.
It's coming out now. It's coming out. It's coming out. That's why it's coming out. It's coming out. If you guys are hearing me, if you are hearing me from YouTube, say something, please. From Facebook, say something. We are testing it. Something is happening. All this attack for any jihadist terrorists and their cohort countries, jihadist terrorist countries all over the world. They can't stop us. They kidnap our leader. I'll stop him, but I'm waiting for people in YouTube.
It's coming out. It's coming out. I can confirm that now. It's coming out. Don't worry. All right.
Okay, come in from the other end.
All right. So, Biafrans, we really deliberated on the seizure of that super tanker. Yes. And I believe you've heard everything that we have discussed. If you want to know more, if you are just joining, you can go back and replay, because this is not the time for us to play. Yeah. What we couldn't get it right, you can research and then you come back and teach us. I think we have done our best. Thank you so much. So we want to now go to the topic of the day. As I said, this topic that you've seen here is not about coming to talk about two rappers. No, that is not the focus. No, that is not what we are talking about. But we are making a connection. Onyeka, your hand is up before I continue. Okay, see, I'll resend it again. I want to acknowledge the presence of our original COS. Welcome, sir. And the MID. Onyeka, you have the mic. I don't know. Were you here when we started? Because we got... Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I did not listen from the beginning, but the area listings, I want to commend the efforts and all people observed. Before I go on, I want to advise our people, advise us one thing. If we ever learned anything from our leader and we find out that thing he said is truth, please let us practicalize it. By doing so, it will help us to grow. But when we making some mistake, repeating one thing again, we ever told that thing is not how it is, but those who push us into doing it are those who want to destroy us. Why I'm saying this is this. Please teach your children not to be certain Ekwensu. Ekwensu is not evil. Ekwensu is not Satan. When you are insulting Ekwensu, you are insulting your deities that have fought for you.
But this is not the topic. Thank you. You are taking us out of what we are talking about. Hold on, please. Hold on, leave Ekwensu first. Hold on, because before we forget what we wanted to do. Hold on, Ekwensu is coming. Oh, Biko. Yeah. So Biafra's the first part of the space was on the, elaborating more on the theft, the crude theft, and how it connects to us and connect to Biafrans, and why we are supposed to be alert and know that all that is happening, where they are stealing this oil, linking up to the update from the US mission and everything, you know exactly that this is coming from Biafra land. And you've seen the AIAs that they are using to conceal the information from and prevent themselves from, tracking the ship. The ship is that route is also used for money laundering, to export import weapons to Biafra land and all that. So we've spoken at length. So what are we supposed to do as Biafrans is for us to be alert, and the only alertness that we need now is to fund our freedom with a J and a Gemma. So now we want to go into the heart of tonight's conversation. If your mother tied 2 rappers, you are not a Nigerian, you are a Biafran. Please, this topic is not about you coming to describe 2 rappers. No. Something made them to tie 2 rappers. And that has made every Biafran woman to be unique. You don't need to ask, are you a Biafran or are you not a Biafran? All the ladies here, even our men also, they have their own way of dressing. But something led them to that. So that is a section we want to talk about now, because we are not going to spend a lot of time in today's space. My co-host, are we good to go? Should I continue?
Yeah, Tutos, MID BRGIE is up here. I don't know, maybe he wants to contribute on the former topic we just had before we move to this new one. I don't know.
Okay, I didn't see him.
Because we need other people to contribute as well. Let's get more ideas too.
Yeah, I didn't see him. Yeah, can you see him? Then give him the...
Yes, MID BRGIE, are you there, sir? You can unmute yourself now, if you can hear the sound of my voice.
Yes, sir. What do you want me to do, sir?
Regarding the first topic that the host, brought up here. I don't know if you...
Okay. I've had you. Good evening, Biafrans. Friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. You know, the time we are now is the time you need to ask questions objectively. Then you should be waiting for the answer. So the caption today reflect exactly to what our leader, Mazunyin Dumazanam Dekano, have been saying since time immemorial, at least from 2012, when I knew that he was in charge. He said, for you to know the identity of Biafrans, he says, in terms of natural recognition and phenomenon, he says, those that their moms tie 2 pieces of wrapper. And they didn't say those that their fathers tie 2 pieces of wrapper. I'm coming. This is to tell our people, I want to take it to the other angle. I want you to know the etymology of nation. Why nation is regarded as feminine gender. I want you to say you recognize Biafrans by what their mothers depict. That is why you say motherland, mother tongue. Okay, let me forget about motherland, but mother tongue. Mother tongue. And our culture says Nne Uhu, meaning the mother of the land, the mother of the home. That is the etymology of Omoada, which is the younger spectrum. So, if you know that your mom used to tie 2 pieces of wrapper or ties 2 pieces of wrappers, know you that you are a Biafran. That is an escamotage that our leader, Onyendun Mazinam Dekano, employed to making sure that our people come back to ourselves. And I myself, I know that when we are into this valanga and confusion of Nigeria, there are three ethnic groups that makes up Nigeria, which is Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. Now you come to the geography. Who is Igbo? Who is Yoruba? Who is Hausa? Geographically, Igbo is envisaged from the boundary between Ore and the Edo State, down right-hand side towards the Gulf of Guinea, the distributary of the River Niger and River Benue. Then you take it left-hand side towards the area as Ijebu, and down to the Upper Ijo, and up to the area known as Kogi State, and down to Benue State, and to the lower part of Adamawa, and you take it straight, it goes to the current Ambazonia territorial. You take it down to the Gulf of Guinea again, you can see the Bakassi and the peninsula. You can see the area you call current Cross River. You can see Akwa Ibom, although it is within the territory. You see Gulf of Guinea. That is the meaning of Igbo. The people that their mothers tie 2 pieces of wrapper, that is the identity of a Biafran. During the time that these people were colonizing our people from the northern hemisphere, there was a kind of identity that they used to introduce, the Arabic identity, which was envisaged by the 3 marks. There were marks being given to men, children, and to women. You see, that is what gave the differentiation between a Biafran, Igbo, and Ndi Ofemman and Ndi Nakpishinana. I want you people to understand me. Ndi Nakpishinana and Ndi Ofemman, they have the same sign. And when they mark themselves with that sign, these Islamic slave traders don't catch them. That is the reason why they faced the bite of Biafra and the bite of Bonny. Because we don't have that mark. They were using our people too much. So I don't want to go back to the history. I am here to encourage our people that we must be united by the prophecy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you know your mother used to wear 2 pieces of wrapper, know you that you're Biafran, and you must belong to what Biafran government in exile, Republic government exile is doing. And apart from this sign, or what you call it, senior, you still have the 4 market days. You still have the 4 forces of power. You still have the prayerful, conformability. Like our people, whether you are an Edo man, or you are Idoma man, or you are from Izon, collectively speaking, if we are praying, we used to pray with the signs of the 4 market days, and we still have the 4 market days. And after praying with the same rite, R-I-T-E, we end up by saying, Ise, or Eshe. That is to tell you that you are a Biafran, that you are Igbo. And it is that spirit that we're supposed to use to conquer these marauding Gentiles and the Fulani, Mujahid, Arab, uncircumcised Philistines. That is the spirit we're supposed to have. And according to our language, I know that our brothers and sisters, right from the boundary between the Ore and we have expatiated up to now, They call their mother Nne. Iye. They call woman Iya. They call woman Ngba. They call woman Agbogo. If you go to Edo State, woman traditionally is called Iye or Nne or Ngba. Agbogo. It is Biafran. It is Igbo. They call rock Okuta. Biafran people call rock Okute. Nton. That is the natural phenomenon for recognizing whom you are. This one is going to form the base of our data in terms of culture and tradition in government level. So our people are encouraged as we are entering the new year to come together under one umbrella, because united we stand, divided we fall, and nothing will make us to fall. We are united. And before I hit my mic, just as all other speakers said before, I was given this opportunity to vocify. The European Continental Forum and the bloc of the BRGIE is cordially inviting all Biafrans come the 31st and the 1st of January 2025 and 2026 to a brotherly Zoom meeting where we are going to express ourselves very, very simply in a brotherly manner, just as our mothers are known as people who used to who wears two pieces of wrapper, who are known for speaking one Unum language, and we are in the same territory. That day, all of us will gather together and make BRGIE to become what it was again. If it is Americans, they will say, make America great again. But in our own, we say, make Biafra great again. Make BRGIE great again. Kudos to all of you, starting from Madam Tutos, Mazi Totville, Mazi Nikachi, Madam Monkey. That one a lot of too much power. Madam Betty Ford. Anya bụ nwada na-ekwuchitere everybody on the island of all these people, natural she's in charge. The senator, Ranger and Fury, don't give him the mic, because if you give him the mic, we cannot go again, but give him after. Yes, ancestral warrior, Holland. That one not the command of God. Good. If you're a man of God and you're practicing it in Biafra, you're a correct man of God. Good. We see Simon Ekpa and Simon Ekpa, His Excellency. Wherever you are, we are going to make sure that you're represented. Madam Stella, the lady with the lamp, with electric light. Ogonogo. Lady with brain, not like the other one, they are necessary pastor. Mazi Mr. Snow, the original COS. You see, I can see Mazi Elias and your representative. I see the representatives of and the Jewish. I can go here. God bless Biafrans. All Biafrans are Odogu and Odogu Noje. Thank you. I hit my mic.
In secularum. Thank you so much. My co-host, your hand is up.
Yeah, please check your back channel, please.
Okay. All right.
Europe Continental Bloc of Biafra Republic Government in Exile calling. You're cordially invited to the end-of-year gathering of the European continent, one of its kind in the history of Biafra freedom movement.
Yes, date is 31st December 2025 night, according to Biafra time, on Zoom online. It will run from 31st December night until the early hours of 1st January 2026.
Featuring special song for Biafra, recitation, poem, talk, and lecture. It's a time to sit on a round table, unwind, and learn from one another. So, if you intend to present any of the above-mentioned varieties, please reach out to the European rep, His Academic Highness, or the Assistant European rep, Mazi Okachukwu Owo. The earlier, the better.
Special invitees, country reps, continental reps, Homeland de facto government rep, Homeland state reps, the Chief of Staff, Mazi Amobi, alias Minister Snow, Head of Homeland Defense, Minister Success, Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Sunny Akbarawa, and our Acting Prime Minister, Mazi Ogachukwu Nkere.
Please keep a date with us. Mark it on your calendar so you don't forget. You're highly invited and welcome in advance. We're looking forward to seeing you. Be there.
Nigeria ran away from France. Burkina Faso ran away from France. Mali ran away from France. Everybody is running away from France. Why is Bulaba running towards France in this insane manner that is leading this country to be sold to France? These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. But Nigeria ran away from France.
All right. Nigeria has been sold. So that is why if your mother ties two rappers, Toti, I'm looking for you again. Oh. If your mother ties two rappers, you are not a Nigerian, you are a Biafran. Yeah, that is what we want to talk on now. So thank you so much, MID. God bless you. Biafrans have heard what you have said. Okay, so this brings me to the heart of tonight's program. If your mother ties two rappers, know that you are a Biafran. As I said, this topic is not emphasizing on picking mind to deliberate more on the two rappers, but it's a wake-up call for those who may think they've lost their identity, those who may think that they don't know their origin, those who may still have the fear, as when I started this space, I elaborated on the two emotions, double emotions that we have, memories that we have, the memories that Nigerians have, and the memories that Biafrans have. There are two different memories. So our stories are completely different from theirs. So there are Biafrans who don't know their origin. They don't even, understand the word Biafra. They don't know how to identify someone who is a Biafran. Yeah. But there is one particular identity that you cannot take it away from a Biafran woman, and that is tying two rappers. So some of you might find this statement very, very provocative. It's okay, and it should be, because we need to wake up from this slumber. We need to stop pretending. We need to stop denying our identity and come back home, knowing fully well that Fulani terrorists have been rebranded by Ribadu. They have been rebranded by Shetima. They have been rebranded by Matawela. They have been rebranded by Gumi and all of them in that defense department. They've given them a name, Forest Guards. That is the latest now, because they know that US satellite will be stationed in all the forests in Nigeria. So now they will tell US, no, all those ones you see in army uniform, all those ones you see in police uniform are the forest guard. But those are the terrorists. Those are the Meati Allah that Ribadu confirmed that the government knows them very well. Even when the terrorists confess that they are the ones terrorizing people, kidnapping people, killing people. As I said earlier, in Enugu State alone, 20 camps are there. Those are the camps that, what is his name? Mba displayed, using videos to tell you, oh, he's training forest guards. They are not forest guards, they are terrorists. After training, he will do the same thing Musa did, give them police uniform, give them military uniform. Then they will go and station in the forest, which they have already stationed, and wait for the last order for them to start killing Biafrans. So if you wake up, as I said, and you see your mother dressed for occasion or dressed to attend service, you will see her tie 2 wrappers. Even when she tried to tie one single wrapper, it will not fit her. That's not who she is. That's not who she is. There is one that they call Buba. It only fits Southern Westerners. That's not who we are. But by the time she doubles the wrapper, put on her Igbo blouse, you don't need to ask. So if your mother is dressing like that, ask your mother, am I a Biafran? Ask your mother, who are you? That is the correct question to ask. And then if she denies she's not a Biafran, ask her, why are you tying 2 wrappers? Because when your mother ties 2 wrappers in that distinct way, and when she speaks Igbo language or speak Italiana or Igbo language, all the languages in Biafra land, when she serve you that Kinika, how do you call this yam and bitter leaf soup? My co-host or anybody, this yam and bitter leaf soup. Help me, oh. We call it afiafero in our place. What do you call it in Igbo speaking Biafra? My co-host, can you hear me? Mazi, your mic. What do you call it? Yam and bitter leaf soup in your Igbo Biafra?
Maybe Onika was
Ofonubu. Thank you.
You said yam and bitter leaf soup. That's why I'm confused.
Okay. Okay. All right. We don't cook it with we don't cook yam with bitter leaf in our place. We cook yam with afiafere, and we use goat meat. You see, we call our own afiafere, but we will put okporoko, the real okporoko, use goat meat. So when you just see combination of yam with bitter leaf soup or afiafere, when she teach you that respect and hard work are non-negotiable values, she's not raising a Nigerian. She is raising a Biafran. That's what I'm trying to say. With all these teachings, education, how you cook this yam and bitter leaf soup, how you cook this yam with a fiafere, how you will respect people, how you you'll be hardworking in everything that you do, the way you speak to people, manners, everything, package it together. She is not raising a Nigerian. She is raising a Biafran. We are so distinct in anything that we do. This is the reason Nigerian terrorist government does not want us to go. But we are telling them that the marriage has collapsed. We are leaving Nigeria. We have already left. It's just remaining something very little, tying us there, which our AJ and AJ can cut it off finally. So your culture, your values, your worldview, hey, will I even forget your entrepreneurial spirit, your innovations, your resilience, everything. None of these are Nigerian traits. None of them. These are all Biafran traits. You find it in us. So you just happen, to have been forced into a contraption called Nigerian terrorists, a Nigerian country, by Lord Lugard. That's why you are there. So your oil is stolen by Tomaros and international criminals. Your tax money fund bandits who kills your relatives and even kill, yes, your friends and loved ones. Your laws are forced to oppress you, which is going to happen in this 2026. Your people are massacred while the war remains silent. Even your own children are kidnapped and ransom is paid from your own national resources. Your innovations are appropriated, but your sufferings ignored completely. Are you supposed to be proud of this? The answer is no. You cannot reform the criminal enterprise. It is not possible. And you cannot sanitize what is fundamentally corrupt. I so much love the beginning part of this place so that Biafrans will know that corruption, anywhere you see corruption that is stamped on the wall, look very well. You will see Nigerian representative there. They are the ones to design it. They will design the template. Look at what they have done using AIS to conceal everything, using a false flag from Guyana. You see? Is that the kind of country you want to belong to? Nigeria was not poorly designed. It was deliberately designed to fail those of us who refuse to be criminals. Because we will never be. And you know, most of you will be thinking, okay, tutors, okay, Madam Stella, okay, Giro, okay, Minister Snow, okay, MID, okay, Toti, okay, NC, okay, Minister of Information, okay, everybody, okay, Mama Betty, okay. Now, how do we fund this exit? How do we organize ourselves? How do we resource this struggle? That would be the question. So this is where I need to be very, very direct with all Biafrans that are listening. Let me tell you, freedom is not free. Somebody must pay for it. That's it. That is the simple, straightforward answer. Freedom is not free. Somebody must pay for it, and that person is you and all of us collectively. When other nations fought for independence, their people sacrificed. They did not get it on a platter of gold. They did not wait for international donors. They did not wait for United States of America. They did not wait for them. They did not wait for the oppressors to hand them freedom wrapped in a bow and say, okay, take it. What did they do? They organized themselves. They contributed and fought for it. Our own is even easy. We have good military personnel that are ready to fight for us. All that they need is for us to do what? Fund. We are not going to scavenge for military fighters. We don't need to scavenge. We have them. We even have reserve. But they need logistics. And it will come through funding. It will come through investments. We need to fight with weapons. We need to fight with resources. Yes. And also with determination. Right now, there are organizations working on Biafra self-determination. We have our lobbyists. We have legal advocacy. Even this media and awareness. Do you think the jingle that I played is free? It is not free. Somebody have spent money on a internet. Somebody have spent money to subscribe paid version that will have those tools so that the sound will come out nicely for us to hear. The sound and the graphics as well. It is money. Somebody is volunteering somewhere. Somebody is spending that. So nothing is free. Nothing absolutely is free. So all these people working under Biafra Republic government in exile, they need resources. I mean real resources, not just prayers. Not just, somebody will tell you, as I saw one, a man from US, hey, let's pray for Nigeria genocide. God damn, I'm not saying prayer is not good. We need action. Support us with the tools that we need, not only prayers. Israel don't only pray, they pray and then carry their weapons and go and fight. Prayer and fasting will not work. Whistle will not work here. Did you see the whistle Dangote gave all of you working? Where are the whistles today? How many did you blow? Because I was waiting to hear the sound of whistle. Pure, I did not hear. None of you blew the whistle. Even the other one that came back and was praying for us 2 weeks ago in this place, Awu Kiniko, a soldier could have the mind to go and support a woman that brought whistle. Whistle versus AK-47. An old soldier. And today he came back and said, God bless BRGIE. Which BRGIE? Suppose all of us follow Tungozi. Would he have come to space to tell us, God bless all of you? I am still Langu Kiniko. Go back to Ghana. In fact, let me just forget you. You're not my problem now. Go back to Ghana. So when King Charles issued that statement about the Bondi Beach, he said something very profound. I'm quoting him. He said, the spirit of community and love that shines so brightly. Obi Chicago, my sister, I think That channel is gone. Hold on. Okay, it's reconnected again. Sorry. So he said, the spirit of community and love that shines so brightly in Australia will always triumph over the darkness of such evil. And I believe that too. But I believe it about Biafra. I believe that our spirit, the same spirit that survived genocide, that same spirit that we built after the war with bare hands and 20 pounds, that creates wealth in the most hostile conditions, that same spirit that produces excellence despite systematic sabotage, that spirit will triumph if we speak in one voice. But that triumph requires action. You see, and it requires sacrifice and courage as well. So if your mother tied 2 rappers and she's still tying 2 rappers today, you know who you are. You are not a Nigerian. You are a Biafran. It's not a hate speech or mbano. It is not. It is our theory. That's the reality. The question is, what are you going to do about it? As you've come to realize that you are a Biafran, you are not a Nigerian, because your mother is tying 2 rappers. Are you going to keep pretending that Nigeria will somehow become what it has never been designed to be? Is that what you are still waiting for? Or are you going to face the uncomfortable truth that exists? It's not just an option. It's becoming a necessity right now as I speak. Are you going to wait until the cost of freedom is measured in more than money? And when I say more than money, I'm talking about the blood of Biafrans. When you have your money stacked in bank accounts in abroad and in Nigeria, if care is not taken, you may even die and leave the money. And we are here calling you. Instead of you to stack that money, give us as IOU. Invest in our freedom and your freedom as well, and the freedom of your unborn generation. That's what we need. I'm asking you to trust what you see with your own eyes. Yes, that's what I'm asking. You've seen the super tanker scandal. You have seen the ransom payment to terrorists. You have seen the forced tax bill. You have even seen the generator noise tax that they will tax you from January. You've seen all these things. So why are you still believing in Nigeria? Who told you you are Nigerian when your mother is tying 2 rappers? Excuse me. Who told you? Fund your freedom before it is too late, because whether you are ready to admit it or not, the clock is ticking. It is. Every day Nigeria survives in its current form is another day stolen from your children's future, if you don't know. We must not allow Nigeria to survive. If your mother tied 2 rappers, you know what you must do. The question is, will you do it? That is the question. Will you do it? Will you do it? Charles said, appalled and saddened by the most dreadful anti-Semitic terrorist attack. He added that the spirit of community and love, I'm quoting him again, that shines so brightly in Australia will always triumph over the darkness of such evil. That is the statement from Charles. It wasn't just about sympathy. It was about recognition. That recognition that those lives mattered to him and his wife and his palace members. That their celebration deserves protection. That is what Charles was saying. That their community deserves security. That anti-Semitism is evil and must be condemned. That statement from Charles is what I'm talking about now concerning Biafra. But here is what Charles did not say and will never say, probably. Anything about Biafra, he doesn't want to say it. Nothing about the genocide of 1960 that killed over 5 million of our people. Nothing about the ongoing massacre in our communities today. Nothing about the systematic marginalization because they planned it and designed it. Nothing about the economic strangulation. Nothing. The international community has decided that Biafra lives don't matter enough for statements. That is what they're saying. That it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter again. We are supposed to die quietly. to be stolen from, patiently every time they want to steal from us. And they also accept our oppression with a grateful heart. You see what is happening? So when terrorists attack Jewish communities, it is anti-Semitism. Very correct. Very big grammar. But when they attack Christians in Nigeria, when they attack Biafrans in Nigeria, we are told, oh, it is farmers' haters clashes, or they give another name, banditry. When they specifically attack us as Biafrans and every other Igbo speaking Biafrans, Urobo speaking, Italian speaking, we are now told to embrace our diversity. That is the grammar that they always come up with. Embrace diversity and build bridges. That's all. So if your mother tied 2 rappers and you know you are a Biafran, then you have a responsibility to fund Biafra freedom. I am not talking about getting scammed by fake groups who promise Biafra the next day, like Orabu Fulani that said that you all will go back to Biafra land. December is finishing. I've not seen the flight. She deceived you. I've not seen the flight. I'm talking about genuine organized strategic movement, like our Biafra Republic government in exile and de facto in the homeland, documenting, they are busy documenting atrocities, they are busy lobbying, they are busy doing everything to preserve our culture. Every diaspora Biafra who owns property abroad but don't contribute to freedom movement is a complicit. That person is a complicit in our continued bondage. If you don't contribute to our freedom and your freedom, you are complicit. Every successful Biafra businessman and Biafra businesswoman who hoard wealth while his kinsmen are massacred is betraying his own people. Every educated Biafran who understands the problem but does nothing is part of the problem. So don't lay accusation fingers on others when four is pointing at you. The window to exit peacefully is closing very fast. When it closes completely, the cost will be measured in blood. I am telling you, not just money, because it is happening. They are in our forest waiting for the last order. They are there. Only Enugu we have more than 20. What do you think is happening in other forests? So what do we do? This is the question I hear every time. We know Nigeria is terrible, but what is the alternative? Alternative is very simple. Exit. Exit. Get your freedom. This is not about sentiment. It is about survival. Everything has collapsed in Nigeria. Everybody is running away from Nigeria. US has just exposed Nigeria using X-ray to tell the world who Nigeria is. Security is collapsing. Bandits are operating with impunity, using government funding. And where is the funding coming from? From Biafra land. They are busy looting. 3.3 billion in oil theft. 210 billion losing from NNPC treasury. Super tankers operating with ghost companies. You see? And you have seen clearly how the laws are being manipulated. You have seen very well, we had a program a few days ago, how the tax bill forgery has come up. What are you doing? Justice is being selective for us Biafrans. Killers of Biafrans will walk free. But those demanding accountability are jailed like Aonyendu. No one is talking. How much clearer can the handwriting be on the wall? The cost of waiting. Every year you stop, you stay, and you have hope in Nigeria. Hey, thinking that it will change, you are deceiving yourself. You are digging more graves. That is what you end up doing because you have refused to fund. Every time you say, hey, but we are making progress, you are ignoring the fact that the house is on fire. Let me say very clear, it will get worse in 2026 if we don't come together and fund our freedom. That is what is going to happen. So the question I have for you now is, if your mother tied 2 rappers to survive a war Nigeria refuses to acknowledge, when did you decide to keep funding Nigeria rather than fund the freedom her suffering gave birth to? Is the question clear? If your mother, I think I've made a mistake in the typing here, sorry. If your mother tied 2 rappers, or is even tying, with the whether you said tied or ties 2 rappers, to survive a war Nigeria refuses to acknowledge? When will you decide to stop funding Nigeria rather than funding the freedom of her, rather than fund the freedom her suffering gave birth to? When will you decide to stop funding Nigeria rather than fund the freedom her suffering gave birth to? That is the question. Is anybody ready to pick up the mic? And then, my co-host, are you there?
Yes.
If your mother tied 2 rappers to survive a war Nigeria refuses to acknowledge, when will you decide to stop funding Nigeria rather than fund the freedom her suffering gave birth to? My co-host, are you there?
Yes, I'm
so,
here. Can you hear me, Chukas?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let's give Mazo Mika the mic. He's thumbing up and his hand is up. And let's hear what he wants to say. Mazo Nika, you can have the mic.
Let's review this thing. So please, when you pick the mic, please go straight to the question and manage 5 minutes, please. Thank you. If you deviate, I will just simply politely mute the mic. Please, let's be very focused. Thank you. Onyeka, go ahead.
All protocol observed. Thank you so much. This is a topic that we need to go deeper in. Deeper. After today, we need to go deeper in because one of the things that actually making us is lack of whom they are, lack of history contributed in this. Otherwise, we don't have time telling somebody who they are, but we must do because it has become something we are facing. And those of us who know who we are, we do what we can do to let people know who they are. Because when you are in the land of your ancestors and denying them, you are doing yourself a great harm. That's only you can suffer. Only you will suffer it. And we can't sit back and watch our blood relative to die in ignorance. So we have to do what we have to do. Thank you for this station. And we need to amplify it. Maybe someday, another day. Yes. When you realize that you are
go deeper, Papa. Go deeper, Papa. Go deeper.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, when you realize that your mother fought, because every woman that survived this war are a veteran. It's not easy. That is why I respect my mother, because she carried many children and run around and survived. And they are not they are fearless. So when your mother survived this war, in making sure that your identity is not destroyed, that your land is not taken away from you, what will you do to appease their spirit? Is it by funding the enemy that attack them, or by supporting the enemy? No. You will fight to make sure that thing they couldn't achieve, they lay the foundation that you actualize it. I'm telling you, they will be happy in the spirit. They will support you to be victorious. That is what every one of us needs to do. That thing our fathers, when they feel that they are in that age, they shed their blood for right. Because I was talking to some people, telling you, how will you feel that the land your fathers shed blood to sustain, to preserve to your generation, and we hated it, and we are obligated in making sure that we transfer them to the next generation untampered? How will you feel that land is taken away from you? How will you feel that land is taken away from you? So that is when I said that it worth dying for. Even to share 50 million, 150 million to die for that land, make sure that they're not taken away from us. It worth it. It is where you can put your life and you will regret it. If there's any death that is worthwhile, is death while defending that priceless, irreplaceable territorial heritage of ours. So you are not doing this right when you are not supporting, when you are not fighting to preserve that thing your mother died for, your father died for, your uncles died for, your nephew died for, to your auntie died for. You are not doing anything good. You are working against them, and you're working against yourself and unborn generations. Sometimes you say that those who in 97, because they don't have knowledge of no media, they are lack of information. But today you are inexcusable because everything is on social media. You have nothing to deny. Tell your children. You will not give them any excuse. So the only gift you give to your children as a mother, as a brother, as an uncle, as a body, is to make sure that they do not inherit the status quo. One fraudulent, incompatible, unworkable, unsustainable crime against humanity called Nigeria. That is the best gift you give to them. Thank you so much for having me. Number.
Tutos, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I handed it over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Mazo Nika.
I will put my co-host, I'll put the question in your inbox so that you can moderate if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Mazo Nika Kodinamba, for that's your response to the question that the host asked. And then that is a very clear question to every Miniku Biafran out there. The time to stop funding Nigeria and start funding your freedom is now. Okay, let's leave everything that has happened in the past. Let's face the future. What is facing us now is more than what has happened in the past, and we can't allow what has happened in the past to repeat itself again, because I see all these things happening today as a repetition of history, and God has given us another chance to redeem ourselves from the hands of the colonial masters, which we all know they are the one pulling the string behind this Fulani Islamic extremists, and we fail to make use of this opportunity and free ourselves from this enslavement from the hands of the neo-colonialists who our children and our unborn children and children are going to blame every one of us. That is why it's very imperative at this point in time that every one of us wake up and fund this freedom. And a German is not different from an Anambra man. An Imo man is not different from an Urobo man. An Urobo man is not different from a Calabari man. We are all one people, and they are coming for every one of us, because some of our brothers in the so-called Niger Delta region, they might be thinking, okay, maybe the Nigerian terrorist government are taking it easy with them in that region, is because they are still making the oil to facilitate and push their Islamization agenda. Once they finally prepare and get themselves 100% ready, they will come for every one of us. And the question every one of us needs to be asking ourselves, who is benefiting from that so-called crude oil? Because anytime we try to bring our brothers from the so-called Niger Delta region to come and support what we are doing, they will start pushing that false narrative, and that false narrative is what we want every one of you to jettison at this point in time. They keep saying that Igbo people wants to take your oil. Who is Igbo and who is not Igbo? We are all Igbos at the end of the day. And now is the time for every one of us to wake up and start funding the freedom. If you know that your mother ties to rapper, because my mother ties to rapper, I know my brothers in the coastal region, their mother also ties to rapper. Even those of our brothers in Igala, they also tie to rappers. Every of our mothers ties to rappers at the end of the day. So they are coming against every one of us that are Igbo decent. When you go to the history of the 1966 program, I mentioned this thing when Tutos made the introductory topic. When you go to the history of the 1966 program that happened, although they have tried to distort that history, they killed every one of us. Either you are from Urobo, either you are from Calabari, or whether you are from Anambra, Enugu, they killed more than 10 to 20,000 of Igbos in the northern region. They did not segregate. They did not say, okay, you are a German, go this way. But today, when you go to the history that they have distorted, they will say, there's a way they mention some of our coastal, the way they put it, some of our coastal brothers, they put them minority Easterners. Please, I want somebody to clarify. Maybe the school that I went to, maybe I don't understand English properly. What do you mean by minority Easterners? That means you have passed on the Easterners. They cannot come and say minority Easterners like the way they are saying South. So those things are politically motivated to keep us divided. Why they keep making our resources, at the end of the day, they are planning to use the resources to come and Islamize us and enslave us for eternity. So now is the time for everyone of us to wake up and smell the coffee and know now is the right time for us to free ourselves from this enslavement that the evil ones are planning against us. Hold on, it's like the network is pushing you up now. MID Briggs, are you there? Do you have anything to say before we move the mic, please?
Can I add to what you said if Emadi is not there? Because there's something I just said, remember now.
Just a minute, please. MID Briggs, are you there? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm here only that I was in another call, but all I know is that our people are encouraged to coming under one umbrella of the government and the salvation of our people, which is BRGIE. Very, very simple. Our people must follow Gechukwu Nkere and support whatever that comes out of the government. That is the only thing I can say, and you continue. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, MID Briggs, for that. We all know the only government that is fighting for the liberation of the Biafran people, in quotes, as some of our brothers in the coastal region will say, the Igbo people is the Biafran Republic government in exile. Now is the right time for everyone of us to rally around behind the Biafran Republic government in exile, most especially behind our acting Prime Minister, His Excellency Honorable Ogechukwu Ukere. Mazi Onyeka, please, I will give you 1 minute because I have other people here, so we can take senior citizen and then after Masibu, please. You can go ahead, 1 minute.
Now, my brother is really, imagine what it means that a French and European know who you are and address you like that in the article. But you denying who you are is a shame. The article I came across that I used to say oftentimes refer the entire region as Igbo land. As Igbo land. Even today, go to British Archive, they know who you are an Igbo. And people refer to those who speak that tongue as Igbo. That tongue is not Igbo. Igbo are the people which come from the world. Igbo, which is ancient people, is the ancestor of ancient people. So when you are misconcepting it for that particular spoken tongue is wrong. That is not what Igbo mean. Igbo are the people, not the tongue, not the language spoken tongue. So, and again, to add to our mother's tie into peace rapper, is from all the time I'm observing Yam Festival. So that recently some try to deviate from it because they want to translate to as if Rizodo speaking Igbo. All the land observe Yam Festival because we discovered yam. We discovered that particular crops, and we made scientific breakthrough in cultivating it to that form. So ask yourself, why is it like that? All the entire way the people observe Yam Festival. If you're not doing it now, ask your fathers, were they doing it before? So that is the question. Because Nigeria comes to trying to make some people in place to deny who they are, some stuff doing it. So observe Yam Festival, that is another thing. Apart from 4 market days, apart from the way we when I went to Warri, it didn't take me long to start eating the food they cook there, because when I see them, I see my mother. So it made me to eat the food fast. For me to eat food in the north, I can't. It's not possible like that. Or when I go to Yoruba land, see today some people don't eat Yoruba food. Some people today in our land, people who are in Yoruba land don't eat Yoruba food.
Yeah. Mazi Onyeka, let's take other people because we don't have much time to spend on the space because very soon tutors will be bringing it. So let's take other people that their hands are up. Thank you very much. There's still time you will come up again. Thank you. Mazi Afan, please, you wait for senior citizen. Senior citizen, are you there?
Yes, so I'm here. I salute everyone. Salute you, Afan. Thank you for the opportunity. Toti Bile, longest time. Salute you. Tutors is also here. Our teacher, you're welcome. Mazi, salute you. Onyeka, MID is also here. Atrice COS is here. Okay. I salute everyone. No senior citizen Ben is there. I salute everyone. Please ask me the question again because I have forgotten.
Okay. The question is, if your mother tied 2 rappers to survive a war Nigeria refused to.
Did you say
if
when?
your mother, yes, when will you decide to stop funding Nigeria rather than fund the freedom her suffering gave birth to?
I decided to stop since one Nigeria happened to me. I hope I'm answering it right. I decided since. He said when? Since how many years ago? You know, some people, they are just waking up. So good morning. If you are just waking up to know that Nigeria is not for you, that Nigeria, you can't fix it, you can't restructure it, You can't wear it a dress. Nigeria is hell on fire. So if you're just waking up, good morning to you. Just praying that you will come around clearly, not sabotaging what we are doing. Nigeria happened to me since. Nigeria killed my first son. In fact, if I still was sleeping, they would have also killed me. They killed my cousin sisters, 3 of them. Nigeria killed my first son. So when they did that, I knew it's time to abandon the God-forsaken country. And you think you can do anything better. It is now or never that you come and find your freedom. Forget the more you look, the less you see they are doing to you. Now it's Christmas. They withdrew just like what they did last year. Musa withdrew all his soldiers last year. The same thing, what do you call it? Chief of Defense Staff, CDS. The same thing the terrorist CDS now is doing. He has withdrawn a lot of the terrorists in our homeland so that visitors, Biafrans that are visiting to see their grandma, their grandpa, their auntie, will never understand it clearly. These people they are brainwashing us. They are playing a real chess game on us. Biafrans, you must rise up. Fund your liberation. Fund your liberation before it is too late. These people are playing on your intelligence. They are not hiding it like they pause, they beat for you so that you be carried away that seems everything is good. They will not target you on your way back. They want to disturb you. And this is why we must fund our military, fund our liberation, fund our recognition.
Senior citizen, please, sorry for the interruption or interjection, please. The acting prime minister is on the space and would like to yield the mic to him to address the Biafran people. Please, you can come back when it's done. You're welcome, sir. The acting prime minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile is here, and I want every one of us here, every Biafran here, to welcome him up to the mic. Sir, you can have the mic now. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought the internet kicked him out. I'm trying to bring him up again. So senior citizen can continue.
Yeah, it's like I've brought him up again. The network is just dealing with him. All right.
Good afternoon.
APM, welcome, sir. We cannot hear you again. Welcome. Toti, can you hear him or is it from me?
No, I can't hear him. It's like the keyboard is back again. He's back again. Yeah, sir, you can go ahead. It's like, they don't like hearing his voice. Anytime he comes up like this, they like, because they don't like it.
And they must hear it. They must hear it.
Yeah, sir, please, you can keep trying.
Let me bring him down. I'll bring him up again.
All right. As senior citizen said, she said she has stopped funding Nigeria because she also even gave testimonies about what Nigeria did to her regarding her first son, that Nigeria killed her first son and also killed her cousin. And that brings me to the question to every one of you out there that is still sitting on the fence. Is it when Nigeria killed all your family members and kill you? Is that when you start supporting your freedom? Is that when you start supporting what the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing diplomatically in Washington, D.C.? Is that when you start supporting what the Biafran Defense Forces are doing in making sure that our land is safe? Tutors, is it up now? It's like...
No, it's not.
Wait, let me send him the mic directly so he can come with the mic.
Yeah, okay. So, senior citizen, I know you've been disrupted. Do you want to continue or have fun while waiting for our APM to come up? Okay, he's on mic. Yes, sir. No.
Please, am I coming out?
Yes, please, you are. Welcome.
I can barely hear. Let me go out and come back again, so maybe.
We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, he's already going down. Let him come up again, so we'll bring him up. Or maybe when he comes up to the listening section, he should not request for the mic. Let's send the mic directly to him. That will help to break all these attack and protocols that are here. Senior citizen Stella, we are sorry to hear about what Nigeria did to you, most especially to your first son. And every one of us here as well have been a victim of the Nigerian rogue and terrorist government. That is why we are screaming and shouting on top of our voice, saying that we don't want to be among that demonic union, because I call it a demonic union, because since 1914, since the amalgamation was done, there has never been anything good that has happened to any one of us, or even those that are still insisting that Nigeria will be better tomorrow. Nigeria can never be better tomorrow, because Nigeria is a failed experiment of the British colonial empire, and it has failed, and it will continue to fail. And instead of you to be, giving your life to a failed country and a failed state like Nigeria, it is very, very imperative and important for you to turn back and start supporting what we, the Biafran people, are doing, because what we are doing is a fight for humanity, and it's very justifiable in anywhere in the world. We are trying to save lives, because Nigeria has taken a lot of lives. Imagine 10 to 20,000 Biafrans was killed in the pogrom, in the massacre that happened in the north. And again, almost 3 million Biafran children died in the Nigeria genocidal war that happened in 1966, 1970, 1970. And they are still killing us up to this moment. And that is why Biafran land is being militarized for decades now. In any slightest provocation, they will just take your life, and they will tell you there is nothing you can do about it. And I don't think that any sane person or sane people can even agree or continue to believe in a society that their lives and property are not being guaranteed by the so-called government that swore an oath to be governing them. Tutors, please, if you see, sorry, please, if you see the acting prime minister, please let me know, please. So we can send him the mic, because I'm also watching carefully to see when it comes up, so I can be able to send him the mic directly. Tutors, are you there?
Yeah, I just refreshed now. I'm waiting for him to log in. When I see him, okay, he's here on mic. Hey.
Let me know if I'm coming out.
Yes, sir, you're coming out.
Yeah, it's just that from my end, I can barely hear myself, but as long as I'm coming out, that's fine. I just want to appreciate everyone again. Please keep doing what you are doing. Keep fighting for your freedom. Keep supporting your freedom, please. If you meant well and you love the freedom of your people, Stop complaining. Stop crying. You know our website, biafrarepublicgovernment.org. Just go there, support the freedom of your people. Support the motherland. Do what you're supposed to do. That is right. I watched the program of Honorable Minister of Information yesterday, and if you watch that program, you will see where some Biafrans are running away from the kidnappers. The kidnappers disrupt their movement. The kidnappers disrupt their plan for that day. But if you ask these our brothers and sisters to support their freedom, they will ask you, what are you talking about? Then the same question goes to these Biafrans that where are they running to? Why are they running? Sometimes while we are alive and we have the opportunity to breathe this beautiful air that our God, Chukwokika Abiyama, have given us, we don't appreciate it. When we have our freedom of worship and where we can go, what we can eat, and what we can eat, we don't appreciate it. Until all is taken away. Now that we are shouting like in the days of Noah, people don't want to listen. Our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu made it clear. He said they are coming. They are coming. The jihadist terrorists are coming. They are coming to take over our land. They are coming to Islamize us. Why some people did not even believe him. Even the other region part of Nigeria did not believe him. But today, they are all singing praises of his name, of what he said. Biafrans, we have been warned for more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 years now, that if we don't fight for our freedom, these people will kill us all. I call them blood-sucking demons because they don't care about you. They don't love you. Less than a few weeks ago, this terrorist called Dangote, he was in Biafra land. Next time, he might not have the opportunity to go back if he set his foot in Biafra land. He is talking about, he will want to invest in Biafra land. All of a sudden, this is the same man that uses trailer to load all these terrorists and bring them to the southwest and the southeast to kill Biafrans. Dangote is one of the founder or the leader of the terrorists. He's also the head of the terrorists. Nigeria is a failed state. I don't know when some Biafrans will realize that and do what they're supposed to do. Every time when we speak, we always remember United States of America. We applaud and appreciate them for the step they have taken so far. And at the same time, we want them to carry our cross to take over our problem and fix our problem. That is not how it works. We have to carry our cross. We have to fix our problem by ourselves. What we need from them is their support. Some want to fold their hand. They don't want to donate, contribute to their freedom. But you want America to come and donate for your freedom for you. Who is fooling who? For the past few days, few months, few weeks, few hours, few minutes, if you have not supported your freedom and you know what is right to do, you haven't done that yet, you are a saboteur. You, Soludo Hope Uzodinma, or the illegitimate governor, both Mba Oti, you people are the same. There is no difference. You and Shetima, Tunubu, Dangote, and others, Obasanjo, you are all the same people. If you're a Biafran, you love your people, you love Biafra, you believe in Biafra, you will support the freedom of Biafra. If you haven't support for some time now, the reason is best known to you. Kindly visit the website biafrarepublicgovernment.org. Support your freedom. You can fool all of us. We know who is who, and the genuine ones that are doing what they're supposed to do. Be rest assured that after this fight, after this freedom, you will be counted among the blessed one. You will be overjoyed. Your heart will be full of happiness, remembering how you imparted in this freedom, remembering all the sacrifice, all the sleepless night, how you contributed to save the life of millions of people. It gave joy, because happy be the one that giving. Happy be the one that tread in the path of the truth. But the evil ones, the saboteurs, they always have a bad nightmare, bad dream. Sometimes they don't know what is chasing them, because they always paranoid because of their evil. This is not time to keep complaining. They are killing us. In Enugu now, they will say there is over 20 different group of terrorists. So what? If there is over 20 different group of terrorists, that is the reason why we need to fund and fight these terrorists. If you complain, you don't fight for your freedom, you don't fund your freedom, you know the word best described to call you coward. Time for complaining is over. We are in a war. According to Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of the Israel state, he said this war, that the Israel never asked for the war, but the Hamas terrorist state brought this war, terrorist organization brought this war upon them. And that is the reason why they have to fight to defend themselves. We never asked for this war starting from 1967. They brought this war upon us. My fellow citizens, are we going to fold our arms and allow these people kill us all? Or are we going to defend our land? Growing up as a Biafran, I know Biafrans are smart, Biafrans are wise, Biafrans are educated, and I know and believe Biafrans are not cowards. It's time we prove our enemy wrong. It's time we prove to the world that we Biafrans, we can defend our land, we can defend our family. It's time we prove to the international community that we Biafrans, all we know how to do is not just buying and selling. It's not just making money. We need to prove them wrong that we Biafrans know how to defend ourselves. If you one of the Biafrans listening, and God have blessed you, and God have blessed you just like he blessed Joseph in Egypt, that prompt Joseph to go and call his people and bring his people to Egypt when famine hit the Israelites at the time. If God have blessed you, be Joseph of Biafrans. Save your people. Save your people from this calamity. If God bless you, you know what to do. And remember, God created us in his own image of knowing what is right and wrong. If you don't save your people, if you don't do what is right, shame unto you. I don't know how you will be able to sleep. Please, fellow Biafrans, this envy, jealous, backbiting should stop. Let us all focus on our one common enemy, the Islamic jihadist terrorists, the Nigerian terrorist state. These are our enemies. And the Nigerian allies like Britain that don't want us to be free. It's time we unite and fight and push back. If you're one of those that just want to listen on the space, social media, it don't matter what platform, and you know the truth, you know what's right to do, you are not doing it, shame unto you. Repent and save your people. Your people need you. Biafra need you. Your siblings need you. Your uncle, auntie, nephew, whatever. They all need you. They want you to fight for them. If you can do that physically, spiritually, financially, or otherwise, support your freedom. Biafra is here. Biafra is knocking at our door. But for those that are waiting for a foreign power to come and fight our war for us. That will not happen. They will support us. And with our readiness, they will equip and help us to fight this war. If it is whether we must fight this war, it is a must. Because we cannot allow these Islamic jihadist terrorists to take over our land. If we allow them to take over our land, where will you go? In Lagos, southwest of Nigeria, they are burning your houses, they are burning your businesses, they are demolishing your mansions that you spend millions, even thousands for. They hate you with passion, they don't love you. To the northern part of Nigeria, with their Sharia law, they are also destroying everything that can make you succeed as human being. They burn your businesses, trying to cripple everything you have, trying to bring you down until you submit to submission. Not only that, in Biafran land they are terrorizing you, and some of you are laughing, some are smiling. Some are talking about how they will celebrate. I, as a Christian, I love our God. I believe in our Lord Jesus Christ. But there is time for everything. There is season for everything. There is the raining season. There is a dry season. There is time for summer. There is time for winter. There is also the fall season. Nothing changed that season. When it's time for the rain to fall, that will definitely help. When it's time for the sun to shine, you can't stop it. This is time for war, for us to defend our land. We have our leaders in detention unjustly, not because of the evil that they committed, rather because they have chosen to fight for freedom of Biafrans. And whatever we are doing today, we help in their release. They are political prisoners. How aggressive we are towards the occupier that have come to take over our land, that we secure their release. Everything that represents Nigeria that is still in Biafran territory supposed to be brought down. Everything that represents Nigeria, whether it's the oil that they are extracting from our land, supposed to come to a cease, supposed to disrupt everything. How are we going to do that, my fellow citizens? Are we going to do that with our bare hands? And for some of you that might still be saying, oh, all these illegitimate governors, they are still in Biafra land. We cannot hold them accountable with bare hands. They know we are in the middle of war. And the Nigerian terrorist state always equipped them. They move around with armored tankers, not just regular convoy with a bulletproof or whatever. And we must hold them accountable. It don't matter what they do. It don't matter whether they go to Iran and collude with Iran. The Nigerian terrorist state already colluded with Iran, because Iran sponsor all these terrorists. It's time that we stop being stupid and do what is right. This is time for us to fight for our freedom. And some are actually thinking that the Nigerian terrorist state will release our leaders without us putting up fight. We are not the aggressor, and we are on self-defense. One thing I cherish so much and what I love about this great country called United States of America, they don't bow down to no one. They fight. Yes. They achieve peace through strength, power. They fight. They defend their land to the extent they extend their defense globally. All around the world, they have uncountable military bases. Just to make sure they checkmate all these terrorists. Just to make sure they checkmate their enemy. And we believe very soon that we have US base in Biafran, whether they like it or not. We strongly have a beautiful, good and nice tie with United States of America. We are part of them and they are part of us. During the slave trade, which majority of Biafrans that are shipped to the Western world are actually kidnapped from farm, from their slave, from homeland. Out of 100% slaves that are shipped to the Western world, Biafrans are 30%. And this 30% help in shaping the history of United States of America. They help in also making America what America is today. So they are part of us. We are part of them. We already have a union together. Our alliance with them is not coincident. It is because of ideology and values. United States of America believe in God they trust. While we Biafrans believe in God we trust. United States of America civilization is built under the Judaism and Christianity. Likewise in Biafra, we are predominantly Christians. We have a strong bond. Please, I don't want us to fold our hand waiting for America to deploy their military before we can start doing what is right. Please, as this program is going on, pick up your phone. Be the first for this week, today being Tuesday, if you haven't done that, to support your freedom, to support your beautiful freedom, to support your dear country, your dear nation, Biafra. To support our country that have too many enemies, to support the country that a lot of evil country don't want Biafra to rise because they know Biafra will compete. Because they know Biafra will work closely with the leader of the free world, United States of America, to fight and counter this terrorism. Because they know Biafra will be Israel of West Africa. It's not coincidence that in all the neighbors that surround Israel are enemies of the Israeli, just like Biafra. Support your freedom. Your freedom is in your hand. Your freedom will not be given to you in a platter of gold. You fight. You work for it. Just like when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you clean up, and you get prepared and make your journey to where you will end your living from. Whether you are self-employed or you work for somebody. If you don't do that, that very day will come and go without yielding any fruit. But when you leave your house and go out and make living, when you work very hard and make living that will benefit and profit you and your family, you will see that you will be overjoyed knowing that at the end of the day, if you get paid daily, weekly, or bi-weekly, you will expect check payment coming. Money that you will use to raise your family, to feed your family, to take care of responsibility. But if you're one of those that when you wake up in the morning, you want to turn your TV on and get a bottle of whiskey and drink and get drunk all day, at the end of the day, you expect to have money to take care of your family, but knowing that you did not work for it, how is it possible that you will be able to take care of your family? If you don't fund your freedom, if you don't support your freedom, how is it possible you will be able to fight these blood-sucking demons that I call them? How is it possible? You know it's not going to be possible. If you don't fight, if you don't defend your family, you can't get your freedom. Please, Biafrans, we plead with everyone to do what is right and to also trade with caution. We don't want anyone to be victim of what is happening. But if Biafrans decide not to fund their freedom, there will definitely going to be victims. Biafrans going to fall victims of these terrorists. We don't pray that that will happen. But if that's what we wake our people, to turn around and support their freedom. Like I said, we pray that don't happen. We pray it don't get to that. It will not be a good news to hear that Biafrans have been killed, slaughtered in thousands, millions again. This is exactly why we are fighting, why we are funding our freedom. This is exactly what we're fighting against. We're trying to stop. We don't want what is going on in Benue to repeat itself in Biafra land. We know it have happened in Biafra land for some time, but not like bad like it used to. Since we have our BDS, since we have our security, we don't have that much casualty like we used to. Because our security, they are doing everything they can to chase these Islamic jihadist terrorists out of our land. And we can see the United States of America, they are doing everything they can as well. I'm on the phone this morning with one of our comrades. We're just discussing about things that are happening. There's a lot of Nigerians that apply for their citizenship. They cancel the ceremonies. I was telling this our comrade that the reason why United States of America is taking this measure, they're trying to make sure they don't give terrorists American citizens. In this period of time that this ceremony was canceled, they will go through social media post activities, make everything that these people have been doing since they have been in the United States of America, even probably before they migrate to America. That don't mean that genuine people cannot come to America again and naturalize and be American citizens. America is being careful. They're taking precaution because of what is happening globally, because of these Islamic jihadist terrorists. They are everywhere around the world terrorizing everyone. And it's worst in Nigeria terrorist state. Especially in Biafra land. Their aim, objective, goal is to conquer Biafra land. But that will not happen. We'll fight. With your help, with your support, we can all achieve this. With your help, with your support, we can make Biafra free again. With your help, with your support, we will defeat these terrorists. With your help, with your support, we will regain our freedom. With your help, with your support, we will make Biafra great again. Just imagine Biafra being great like United States of America. Just imagine Biafra being strong and great like Israel. Just imagine Biafra being so beautiful to compete with the rest of the world, like America, Dubai, Singapore, name it. Is that not beautiful to hear? Do you want Biafra to be like Somalia? Do you want Biafra land to be like the worst country on earth? Don't you want civilization in Biafra land? But this Islamic jihadist terrorists, we all know what Boko Haram means. Boko Haram means forbidding Western education. Boko Haram forbid the West. Boko Haram hate America. Boko Haram consider America as Satan. Boko Haram consider the West as evil. Why we Biafrans consider America as our great ally? Why we Biafra consider America as our great friend? Why we Biafrans consider the 30% of the Biafrans that we are shipped to America as our family member? Why we Biafrans believe we have a strong tie with United States of America? We have the same ideology. We have the same goal of civilization. We have the same goal of making this world a world. We have the same goal of live and let live. We're not tourists. We're the rule of law. Why terrorists in Nigeria believe in darkness? Why they want to take Nigeria back to 5,000 years ago? We don't want to go that path with them. We want to move forward with the speed. We want to move forward with the country that embrace civilization like America. Please, dear friends, we know what is right. Fund your freedom and hold every evil saboteur in Biafran accountable. Remember back in the 80s, Ghana must go, either 70s or early 80s. Ghana must go because of the government of Ghana is so corrupted. Because they ain't right the way it should be. And remember, the man called Rollins, what he did that changed Ghana. Don't you think that would be beautiful if we can do such things in Biafra land and hold all these evil, illegitimate governors, senators that are bringing these terrorists to kill us accountable? Don't you think it would be nice to bring them down? If they don't go down, you will go down. If you don't stop them, they will kill you all. If you don't stop them, they will bring Iran, the head of the snake, the head of these terrorists, the head of over the 22 terrorist group. They will bring Iran, and Iran will establish their caliphate in Biafra land. Don't you think it's wise and it is right thing to do to stop these evil people? Break them down. Stop them. If you can do it, it's a welcome development. If you can't, support those that can do the job. Support your security that is fighting day and night to protect your family, to protect our family, to protect our beautiful land. My fellow citizens, to Ama, of war preaching that we preach today, that will supersede what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have preached. We have heard it all. We know what's right to do. Let us stop pretending. Fund your freedom. Support your freedom. Islamization is real. The goal of this Islamic caliphate is to Islamize the Biafran people. Not only that, to take our land from us and for them to own and control our resources. If they take what belongs to you, where will you go? If they take what belongs to you, what will you depend on to survive? What will you depend on to feed your beautiful family? Let's stop these people. We need to be more aggressive towards the Nigerian terrorist state. We need to disrupt everything they are doing in Biafra land. We need to chase them away. That is why supporting our freedom is our primary goal. You have to live first to see another day. If we allow these people kill us today, there is no tomorrow. If we allow these people take our life, there is no future for Biafra children. There is no generation for Biafra. Just like some are chanting from the river to the sea. Os Madam Fodios is 1806 is chanting from the river to the ocean, from the river to the sea, that they will dig their Quran in the sea and take over our land. That will not happen. Not today, not tomorrow, no time soon. It can never happen. That is why you as a Biafra, please fight, fund your freedom, do what is right. We beg of you, every Biafra life matters. No Biafra deserves to die. It's true that Biafrans have been massacred over 5 million and keep counting. No one deserves to die in the hand of this terrorist. And for those of you Biafrans making videos about these terrorists in our land, how they are kidnapping, it's high time you fund your freedom, you support your security, so that they can do what is right. Please, Biafrans, let's focus. Let's focus and do what is right and stop any kind of destruction, whether within or not. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll be coming on space for question and answer. And at the same time, please, Biafrans all over the world, if you're traveling back to Biafra land, tread with caution. Make call across Biafra land, call family members back home. Make sure it's safe before you embark on that journey. If it is not safe, ask question. What do we need to do to make Biafra land safe? I bet you they will tell you what to do. And if you are listening, I'm telling you what to do now is to support your freedom, to support your security. United States of America can never or can be a free country without their security. The pride of a nation is the security. When the Nigerian terrorist state, about 11 of their military were detained in Burkina Faso, they are not detained by the civilians. They are detained by the security of Burkina Faso. Our security is our pride. Just like security is pride of United States of America, just like one walking along the road and you look up, what you see is B-2 bomber roving on top of your head. You're like, what is going on here? Wouldn't that freak you up? Please, we need to do everything we can to fund our security. They are our pride. They can make Biafra land safe and secure. With your help, we can achieve this milestone of freedom. With your help, Biafra can be one of the most beautiful countries on earth. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Keep the fire burning. Keep doing what is right and stop complaining. If you like, complain from today to tomorrow. Nothing will happen. If you like, run your mouth, twist your mouth anyhow you want it. Nothing will happen until I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you listening. I'm talking about you watching. I'm talking about you shaking your head like a lizard that don't want to support. Until you start supporting. Find your freedom. Freedom is beautiful. Thank you from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, our APM. Thank you for gracing this space today. Thank you for standing with Biafrans and reminding us all that freedom is built by those who are willing to invest in it. It can never be free. Thank you so much for joining this space. We really appreciate your presence in this space today. It is very, very symbolic to us. Yeah. Thank you so much. And Biafrans, I believe that you heard that funding our freedom is not charity. It is ownership. Yeah, it is a people deciding to carry the cost of their own future. So we really appreciate you, our APM. We appreciate your clarity and your courage and your willingness to walk this journey with the people. Yeah, thank you so much. Despite your tight schedule, you still log in to speak to Biafrans. It shows the love and commitment you have for each and every one of us. How I wish their ears are open to hear these words on marbles. Thank you so much. Especially at a time like this, Biafrans are being asked to remember who they are, which is today's topic. If your mother ties 2 wrappers, you are a Biafran. You are not a Nigerian. That is the reason you have to come and fund your freedom. Don't run away from your identity. Don't try to rub shoulders. Don't try to fix yourself into that puzzle that does not fit you. Being that you're able to fit into the puzzle does not mean that you belong to that particular shape. No. You are a Biafran. Stop hiding your identity. Come out and fund. You don't belong to Nigeria. You are a Biafran. So far as your mother is tying 2 wrappers. Thank you so much, our APM. Thank you so much. God bless you. Yeah. And we have Minister. My co-host, are you there? Before I pass the mic, so that you say hi to our APM. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tutok. You've already said everything. Thank you very much, His Excellency, the acting Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic of Nigeria. All I have to say is that the Biafran people appreciate you a lot, and we appreciate everything that you're doing for the Biafran people, and we are only doing your best, as you have said. The only thing that can turn things around them rapidly to how the Biafran people desire it is by them funding and their freedom, because the American government cannot fund their freedom for them. So we thank you for all you're doing, and we'll say may Chukwu Ikabiyama continue to bless and strengthen you to continue doing the good work that you're doing for the Biafran people. Thank you very much, sir. Tutosa, I leave my mind. Thank you.
Tati Michaels, Ndewo. Minister Abigail, welcome. Welcome, Minister Abigail. You see, Biafrans, you have to fund. I have told you that Ribadu has rebranded terrorists. Ribadu has rebranded Meetiala, calling them forest guard, giving them uniform, so that by the time they want to bomb the terrorists, they will say, no, those ones are forest guard. Those are the terrorists in your own forest, beginning with Enugu, more than 20 camps. They are there, wearing police uniform, wearing military uniform. They have rebranded. The only solution is to fund the freedom. Minister Abigail, you have the mic, please, if you are ready.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I begin on and I stand on the existing protocol. I thank every one of us here today doing the needful. I could hear my APM just finished speaking. APM, I salute you. We thank you so much for your resilience and all you've been doing and all you are still doing to pilot this ship until it gets to its bedding, where it's going to bed to our destination, which is Biafra. Thank you for you are not wavering, you are not shaking at all. And all of us are standing solidly with you, beside you, and with you. Thank you, the host, Honorable Tutors, the co-host, Toti, and every one of us who has spoken, MID, COS, and all the listeners here. I want to begin by reminding us again, as our APM has said, freedom is not free. Even our host has said it, freedom is not free. It is not freely given on a platter. It is paid with a sacrifice. And I want to tell every one of us again today that nothing on earth is free to get. Nothing on earth. Not even when the market said they are putting off a sale of certain item on sale. It is not free. They have already added their cutoff marks, profit marks in it, added to it before they come out to place it on sale. Nothing is free. That is viral AI video of the small boy telling everyone that, confirming it, that nothing is free. Even as we are here listening in, we are paying something. And he said what we are paying for listening is what? Attention. So even to come and sit down and listening, we are parting with, we must part with something, our time and our attention, and that is the resources. So I'm going back to tell us right now that Biafrans at home, especially you, every one of us as it is here, our mothers, everyone who ties to rapper are Biafrans, is trying to tell us that all of us from the old eastern regions, we cannot deny it and we cannot stay away from this collective responsibility. We are one people. We are one people, okay? So wherever you are right now, I want to ask all of you, because I can hear my APM say, they are lamenting. They are saying that the terrorists are here. They are killing us. He has told you to stop crying, lamenting, to do the needful. Now I want to ask you a question. Those of you who are lamenting, what are your plans? What is your plan for and in that failed Islamized state called Nigeria? What are your plans? Will you continue to lament? Now look at it. We are human beings with two hands, with two eyes. We walk around, we move around. We say we are intelligent. We say we reason. We say we are that the Lord God has given us dominion over the works of His hands, including spirits, including animals, including everything. But today I want us to ask our question: what is your plan? I can say that the squirrels, the apes and the chimps, ants, grasshoppers, ant lions, the whales, the dolphins, all of them have plans, as even animals. All of them has plans for the future. They have plans for their defense. And what are we doing for our defense? Animals that we call animals already have plans. to defend themselves, to provide for themselves in a time like this too. Like in this winter, the ants are planning, the apes and chimps, they are saving tools like stoves for defense of any time. You can see it, we can analyze what they do. The dolphins are busy with their mental time planning how to travel, where to go. The whales are storing fat for migration at all when problem comes. The ant lions, they are building sand pits to trap their prey. What are we doing? That is what we are saying, what we are doing. And we have told you that we have our defense line and team on ground, volunteered to save you, to protect the land. All we needed is a Gemma and a AJ to fortify them, to fortify their fortress, to keep them up, to energize them, to build them, to secure them and to feed them. And we are there lamenting and crying. They are my questions to you, even as the Lord has put it, even as the scripture said, we must prepare, be diligent and prepare and take practical steps in our life, giving us example of the ant preparing food and foresight for migration for his future challenge. So what are we doing with our time, our talent, and our money? Those of us who said we are not going to be here and do what others are doing, what are you doing? What are your plans? What are your plans that the terrorists are close by? They're already on us. We know we've been passing through this for a long time. And they are here. They are saying about over 22 terrorist groups in Nigeria. What are your plans? Your plans, are you hoping that they are going to exit Nigeria anytime soon in the future? Are you hoping that Nigeria will ever get better very soon or very short time? Or you're hoping that America is coming to take them all out? Or are you hoping that there is any future in Nigeria? What are you guys hoping for? Because I know that a lot of visas is lying there in different embassies of individuals trying to jet out from the condemnable contraption called Nigeria, the disgraced country. Why do you want to flee? Why do you want to run away? I know a lot of us that has run away. I have a question for all of you who are in diaspora and you are not supporting the people who have volunteered to defend you. These are people who have volunteered to defend you. It's not like the animals that is busy. Everyone is busy. The ants are busy building and preparing for tomorrow and their future. The spirits are busy bearing nuts. The apes and chimpanzees, they are busy saving tools for their defense. And here we have our army, our divine legions of angels that the Lord has sent to you without paying money. We are asking you to equip them. And we are in diaspora. I want to ask those of us who are in diaspora right now. You call yourself a Nigerian living in diaspora. What are you doing here? What are you doing here in a foreign land? Are we all here because we like joining about or junketing, going up and down, visiting other people's country? Are we here to make mouth or to flex? When we make money, we go and flex home and come back to go and make mouth? What are we really doing here? If we should be able to ask ourselves question, what are we doing in this foreign land? If Nigeria was good for us, what should we be doing here? So all of us who are here right now and we are not contributing and supporting the freedom of Biafrans, of Biafra land, the defense of our land, even contributing to the diplomatic advances and advancement and steps and strategies we are taking right now, I do not know the reason why you should be here. Just like our APM said what is going on in the United States already. Seriously, it is going to affect every one of us, and it is happening. Do not think that this foreign land where we are safe already. We are just safe, temporarily safe, but we have a home that we must defend and protect. So where do we go? When we're talking about those who are already in Enugu State, I am telling you the idea of saying of recruiting the terrorists into the military and all the arms of the police and all the orders. It is for that reason. They have been coming like that in military uniform. They are all terrorists. They are all terrorists. They have been there, and now they are trying to make it open and officiate it through Rebadu by giving us what they call vigilante. They are trying to make it official, and that is the end. So now we all have to rise up. There is no more hiding place. Just for some time now, some of our local people here, they've been saying that they have been supporting in one way or the other. We now ask them, how have you been supporting? They said, creating individual local village vigilantes. For goodness sake, I know so many communities in Biafran land are doing this. But this is what we call selfishness. The time collective responsibility left us is when we began to behave in this way. We need we need to be collectively responsible on this journey and maintain and have this central defense unit. What is local vigilante group? These local vigilante groups you are forming and sponsoring them in the name of you are contributing on doing one other thing for your community, it is still under the state government. Like the demon and blood-sucking vampire we have in Imo State. These vigilantes are under his payroll. They are under his list. They will do little. They will do little. Therefore, each one of us, everyone who is here and is encouraging the local vigilante you have, we do not say you shouldn't, but then that is not the ultimate. That is not the ultimate. I am therefore telling you today that if that is the part of what you understand as planning for your defense, we are actually not there yet. Therefore, I ask again, what is your plan? What are you planning? Because the Lord of hosts who created each and every one of us have made it that planning is the central life, core life of human experience. He has placed planning as central to every human life. You must plan. Whether you like it or not, you must be planning at any point in time. You must be planning. If you are not planning to succeed, let me tell you, Biafrans, wherever you are, if you are not planning to succeed, you are doing another thing. And that thing means you are planning to fail. You can never exist without planning at any point in your time. You can never be isolated from yourself without thinking, what will I do? Or say, how will I eat? What will I do tomorrow? Where will I get job? There is no time like that. It will never happen. Therefore, I'm telling you, all of us today and those who will listen tomorrow, if you are planning to succeed, then you have to plan. If you are not planning to succeed, you are planning to fail. If you are not planning for your freedom, then you are planning to sabotage our own freedom and your own freedom. If you are not planning for your liberation, then you are planning to elongate your subjugation in that contraption and zoological Fulani Terrorist Republic of Nigeria. If you are not planning to support those who want to build Biafra, then you are planning for your own destruction. You are planning to destroy, and that is your own destruction. If you are not planning to fund wisely what we are doing, you are directly and indirectly funding wastefully and for your kidnap. This money, if you don't give it to us, you will give it to someone else and perhaps the kidnappers. Which one do we now prefer? You are funding your subjugation. You are funding your conquest. If you are not funding the restoration of Biafra, you are tactically, practically, intentionally, directly or indirectly funding your conquest. And that will happen. By the time they kidnap 20 from your community and you are asked to pay 10 million, you will go looking for it. And you know what that means. Therefore, I have said it. I will never beg anyone here again when I come here. I will never beg you to support and do the right thing. The right thing is to fund your freedom wisely. Fund it. Fund it. You did not volunteer to be in the bushes with our men. You did not volunteer. You are not one of them. You are not doing anything. You are not one of the men. You are not there. Then you are not equally bringing out money to support those who are there. Those who are there are not woods. They are kids and kin of people. They are children, men and women, husbands and wives, and children of people. Others, they have volunteered themselves to serve in that capacity. You who is outside in diaspora, in what capacity do you want to serve? You said no, you will not serve. You will not bring your money out. Or is it that you don't know where to put your money? Or is it that you do not trust those who are handling the money? If you do not trust, do you trust yourself? Which means you do not trust yourself either. And I am saying it, and I will say it. If you are not funding the restoration of Biafra, you are funding your conquest. And it is going to happen. If God said so, it is going to happen. And you will be a victim. Every one of you who said they will not fund the freedom of Biafra and restoration of Biafra, God in heaven, I pray that you will make them a victim. May they be victim of what is coming. Because I have asked them a question. What is their plan? They must be planning. Planning brings autonomy and freedom. Planning reduces stress and uncertainty. So when you plan to do this, you will be certain. Planning also makes you have reduced stress and focus on your goals and achievement. And planning calls for action. When you plan, you follow it and match it with action. The action we needed right now is funding. The other resources are already in place. Our lobbies are already in place. Our attorneys in place. Our angels are in place. Our territories are already marked. What else? And we are here in diaspora, jumping from one party ground to the other, celebrating one unfounded festival, useless festival, eating and going to toilet, to poop. Everything as after 1 hour or two, it looks as if we have not eaten. Oh me, Biafrans, I don't know what else to tell you. This is no longer like the Fulanis are working on our intelligence. Those who have intelligence knows where we are applying it for. I already here. I am telling you, Biafrans who are not funding this liberation have no intelligence. They know nothing. They are only wallowing in shame and self-defeat. They are not confused. They are wicked. They are really wicked because they think without them, we cannot do nothing or we cannot succeed. But let me say it, you are not our God. The God who has started the journey, the Lord of hosts who has started the journey with a number of us, starting from when he started from our leader Ojuku to wherever, to this level, to whoever, to the level we are right now, is not joking with this mandate. It is a divine mandate and he will restore it. So all of you who think you are wicked, you have the resources and you do not want to apply it, you have the time, you don't want to give it in, you have the talent and you do not want to show up, then you have never exercised your stewardship, not even unto your God. You have failed in your stewardship. Therefore, Biafrans, all of you who are lamenting back home, today we want you to make a plan for your life. Choose whom you're going to serve. Choose who you want to serve. If you want to remain in the damnable, condemned Nigeria that everybody has become a victim of, no one single person who hasn't been a victim of that place. If we are not victims, what are we doing in diaspora, foreign land? We have all been victimized, directly and indirectly. If it didn't happen to you directly, it happened to your relative. In fact, it has happened to everyone directly. A country that has been in darkness for several years, you cannot see light. You try to speak to your loved ones at home. They cannot recharge their phone. They do not have even a dime to put data on. They cannot communicate. There is no good network. That is part of being a victim of a failed state. Then are we talking about the people who have been terrorized, extinguished, and annihilated over several years? They are in ID camp. Some are already 20 years in ID camp, 19, 15. It depends on when they arrived. Have you not been victimized? Many of them maybe traveled, left the ID camp to come and squat with you in your homes, in your communities, and your village. Instead of taking care of your family, immediate family, you are taking care of more than extended families. Are you not in trouble? Have you not been emboldened? Have you not been burdened and destroyed by this same useless country? Look at yesterday, I was watching those who are traveling from Abuja to Lokoja. At Lokoja, they spent 3 hours. There is no road. Do you know how many people that would have been exhausted? In the bush, no food, no water. Some must be sick, tired, weak, weary. They are traveling for Christmas. Just from Abuja to Lokoja, just like 30 minutes. Abuja to Lokoja is about 30 minutes. They got stuck for 3 hours. Is that not a failed state? Everybody has been victimized. Everybody is a victim of the failed state. We are not talking about those who have been slaughtered every day like a ram. Every day like a ram, they have been slaughtered. And here you are, Biafrans. We have our men who are already doing the job, and we ask you to embody them, appreciate them, and you are here saving your money. Well, that same contraption is planning something, unveiling something terrible on that same country coming next year on your finance. I'm not trying to put fear into any of you, but because they have been trying. But I know that the God who has brought us far on this journey, we are going to get it to our destination. And may the Lord of hosts, the King of eternal glory, whose commemoration of birth we are going to celebrate this season, continue to embody and strengthen every one of us as we remain resolute and resilient on this journey. Our APM, I hail you. May the arm of the Lord of hosts continue to lift you up. And we said our hand, we continue to lift your hands up. We will never allow your hand to go down like that of Joshua until we get to our destination. Our information minister, you are another person, wonderful. Mr. Snow, tutors, all of you who has been trying to pass the message of restoration onto our people's consciousness, and they are belittling themselves and thinking that we are fools whenever we come here to speak to them, and they think we know nothing. They are fools, and in their wickedness they will be trapped. For them who think they are doing evil unto the children of the Most High, evil shall remain their guest. They shall experience what this Fulani terrorist agenda is. They will experience it. We are asking them for money just to come and support what is already built on ground. The foundation is solid for the freedom of Biafra. And they said no. We will never beg them. But I know the Lord will continue to uphold us until we get there. Thank you so very much, every one of us. But before I close again, I want to tell you, ask them, what is your plan? Go and find out what are you planning for yourself. In the midst of all this, what are you planning? The Fulanis are coming, they're not just coming, they're already here, and they are multiplying and spreading everywhere, all the nooks and crannies. What are your plans? The apes and the chim, they have stones. The West already storing fats for their migration. The ants and grasshoppers are already working on gathering their next adaptation and organizing their insect Armageddon, while the ant lions are already building sand pits.
You, the ants are storing food. The squirrels are bearing nuts. You, Biafrans, people with vision, you said, we are not lame, we are not dumb. What are you doing? What are your plans? Thank you. I give my mic here.
Thank you so much, Minister Abigail. Thank you for your submission. Biafrans, you've heard it all. Yeah, you've heard it all. Nobody will fund our freedom for us. We have to fund our freedom. Freedom is built by those who are willing to invest. It is not for free. It can never be for free. So wake up from your slumber. That is why I put up this topic today. If you know your mother is tying two wrappers, know that you are a Biafran, you are not a Nigerian. So we will end this space in the next 5 minutes. It's very late here, and I need to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, but before I end, I want to play this message from our information minister.
The reality now is that the terrorists are here, and the earlier you wake up, the better for you. I salute all of you. The United States, as they said, they are very concerned. And it is unacceptable. They are very concerned about how you are being massacred. But that is not what will bring it to an end. They want to see you being proactive. They want to see you wake up to face the terrorists before they will even do anything. And they are spreading, they are shifting southward, as evidenced by the terrorist attacks we've seen in Benin and Togo. Particularly, the United States is concerned and outraged by the ongoing slaughter of thousands of Christians in Nigeria by various ethnic militias in the Middle Belt, as well as terrorists like Boko Haram and ISIS West Africa in the north. It is tragic and it is unacceptable. Churches are burning, villages are being razed, thousands are killed, clergy murdered simply for wearing a cross, for being a Christian, for daring to say they worship Jesus as Christ. Just yesterday, 25 little girls were kidnapped from their school, and one school official murdered trying to protect them. From MAGA Comprehensive Girls Secondary School in Kebbi State. Colleagues, this is happening. It's undeniable, and it's unacceptable. The United States condemns these attacks in the strongest terms, and it demands accountability. And as President Trump has made clear, we will not stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria. The government of Nigeria must take immediate... Did you hear that? And then I also round up the space with this.
Europe Continental Bloc of Biafra Republic Government in Exile calling. You're cordially invited to the end-of-year gathering of the European continent, one of its kind in the history of Biafra freedom movement.
Yes, date is 31st December 2025 night, according to Biafra time, on Zoom online. It will run from 31st December night until the early hours of 1st January 2026.
Featuring special song for Biafra, recitation, poem, talk, and lecture. It's a time to sit on a round table, unwind, and learn from one another. So, if you intend to present any of the above-mentioned varieties, please reach out to the European rep, His Academic Highness, or the Assistant European rep, Mazi Okachukwu Owo. The earlier, the better.
Special invitees, country reps, continental reps, Homeland de facto government rep, Homeland state reps, the Chief of Staff, Mazi Amobi, alias Minister Snow, Head of Homeland Defense, Minister Success, Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Sani Akbarawa, and our Acting Prime Minister, Mazi Ogachukwu Nkere.
Please keep a date with us. Mark it on your calendar so you don't forget. You're highly invited and welcome in advance. We're looking forward to seeing you. Be there.
Yeah, Biafrans, we are not just coming on that day to sit down and look at the face of our APM. It's another era for fundraising, so begin now to prepare towards that, 31st December 2025. Prepare now for that day. It's going to be a phenomenon, and everybody will come together, then put all their resources together. A day we'll never forget in the struggle of Biafra. Yeah, we'll make it an eventful day, a memorable day, a day that will be filled with enlightenment, activities, name it. But above all, we have to garnish it with a J and a Gemma. Yeah, thank you so much. We've spoken at length. I didn't even believe we'll stay up till this moment. I want to use this opportunity to thank everybody that tuned in. Then after, I'll give my co-host to give a closing remark with few minutes, and I'll end the space. Thank you so much, all of you that tune in, and the great speakers. Yeah, I don't know how to appreciate your presence, even those in the listening section. Without you, we will not be able to host this space. If you were not here, we'll be talking to the air. Yeah, so thank you so much. If any other person wants to open another space, please, you are free to do that. Thank you. I love you all, and I've really learned a lot from each and every one of us. God bless us all. So our APM is back again in the listening session. Thank you, sir. Yeah, internet kicked you out. We really appreciate your presence today. Thank you so much. Speaking to Biafrans, it's good for them to hear the voice of their father, their leader, their brother, their uncle, their grandfather, name it, because you deserve it. Thank you so much. My co-host, Toti, are you there? Please wrap up so that I can then end this space. Toti, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tutos. Let me just use this my 1 cent to appreciate every one of us that graced the space today. And most especially, thanks to the acting prime minister. Despite his busy schedule, he also takes time to come up on the space here to address we the Biafran people, and then that is what we the Biafran people need to take very seriously regarding the funding of the protection of our land, and also the diplomatic battle that is ongoing over there in Washington D.C. And I want to appreciate every Biafran that have been putting all their effort in making sure that the liberation of the Biafran people is very much intact. And I also want to thank the cabinet members, every one of you out there that have stood very strong despite all the trials, temptations, and tribulation. You are still standing strong on your belief. I say, may Chukwu bless every one of us out there. And then thank you very much, Tutos, for hosting us today. I say, may the Lord Chukwu continue to be your strength. Biafra is what we want. Biafra is what we need. And Biafra we shall get at the end of the day. So thank you very much, everyone of us. I use my mic.
I cannot thank enough my co-host. You are a model. Thank you so much. The team was well organized today. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And see, thank you. With the second co-host, the internet was dealing with you mercilessly. I love you. Thank you so much. Good night from here. Remember, if your mother ties 2 rappers, you are a Biafran, you are not a Nigerian. Fund your freedom. Thank you. Good night from here.
now to 2 surprise. Then you make cash my phone, then never pay 2,000 to widows. One melo harvest 2 Sundays ago. A carry the